Yeah. Simply ball dropping. What's up, family? K-Sap, we up. Ain't no stopping. I'm simply ball dropping like it's New Year's Eve, making you haters believe I'm the MVP. Ask Mr. V and R&B, they do all sports, whether it's on the field or the court, from the arena to the ring. What? You wanna swing? I rope a dope like the one on this boxing thing. That's the punchline. I'm the greatest of all times. Got something on your mind? Hit us up on the line for that round table talk. Ask B Hunt and Sheena and K-Sap too for their views on our dudes. Marriage Chronicles for you lovers. Oh, I'm married to the game. The championships, the only time I wanna ring. K-Sap, the man behind the mic. Check 1, 2. It ain't a rap until I say it's a rap. Just follow through, pull up the hottest pot smoking. Yeah, I got you open. This freestyle brought to you by James Ford. Paid promotion. Yeah, simply ball dropping. You know what time it is. Pull up, chop it up with your family, man. K-Sap, what up? What's up, K-Sap? Yeah. James Ford, that's me. Let me talk to him. Let's get it. Simply ball dropping. Simply ball dropping.
Man, y'all get in here, man. Y'all get in here. Y'all get in here, man. I'm gonna give the live a chance to catch up to some folks. But when you come in the chat, let me know where you're chatting from.
My bro K-Sap, chopping up topics for your eyes. Top mix. Tune in, you gotta watch this. Exclusive material for your radio stereo, pump it high definition. Stop what you doing and listen. We smashing all competition. You better jump on this wave. Somebody pass me a mic, man. I got something to say. I'm simply ball dropping. Simply ball dropping. Chopping up these topics, man. I'm simply ball dropping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Driving coast to coast, making moves, ain't stopping. Nah, simply ball dropping. Simply ball dropping. Chopping up these topics, man. I'm simply ball dropping.
Yes, man. We back with another one. Man, I'm not going to be on here long today. I'll probably be on here for about an hour. But there's some things I got to address, man. It's crazy, man. I mean, the comments section is going crazy. Absolute nuts. These Caitlin Clark fans are sad. They are sad. Did a show yesterday talking about the death threats that Angel Reese and her mom are receiving via hate mail from Caitlin Clark fans. Pointed out a couple of fans of Caitlin Clark sending them hate mail and all these death threats. And people come up in the comments and they can't even hide their feelings or their emotions. It's crazy. You got people in the comments section, they can't even hide their racist ways, man. And it's sick. It is very sick. It is crazy, like the amount of hate that Angel Reese is getting from these Caitlin Clark fans. And my question is, what has Angel Reese done to these fans to make them act and say the things that they say towards Angel Reese? And Angel Reese is only out there trying to play basketball. And, you know, you got death threats sent to her mother. You got hate mail, people leaving their real names in the hate mail from the Caitlin Clark crew and things like that. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And it's sad. And you got other people on these other channels that are worshiping this stuff, man, that are glorifying all the negativity and the hate and the racism shown toward Angel Reese. And it's sad. I mean, people are cheering this stuff on. Like, people are actually believing some of these channels that are just going directly against Angel Reese and saying anything they want. And they got their subscribers and their supporters programmed to believe everything that particular person is saying. I mean, it is egregious right now, man, and it's sad. It's unbelievable. Just looking at some of my comments on some of the videos I've done, I mean, the hate and the racism toward Angel Reese is just glaring. And some of the comments that people have posted on my channel and on these videos, YouTube got majority of them videos held up. I mean, majority of them comments held up for review. So a lot of people might post a comment and they think their comment is getting posted, but YouTube is flagging it as inappropriate comments because it goes against their guidelines. It goes against their racially motivated things, and them things are being held up for review. So if you post a comment with any kind of racial things in it and you don't see it on the post, YouTube is holding it for review. They're holding it for review. I had one person come in the comment section today, Yankee, I think it was Yankee, because the Yankee was the first person that commented on this live. They posted some stuff. You can see the glaring hate, and you can't even hide it. In one of the comments they posted, YouTube is holding it for review. Then you got people in the comments. It's kind of funny that you got some people in the comments cheering and gladding that the streak is over. Like, where do they do that at? Like, where do they do that at? Like, it's glaring. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, the Sky they got outplayed today. I mean, a lot of technical fouls. They wasn't getting calls, and they was, getting mad about the calls. And T. Weatherspoon got a tech. Reese got a tech. I mean, Mabry played her best game in about 4, 5, 6 games, but nobody else played well. Yeah, Angel Reese was on the boards, but her offense was suffering. They didn't get no calls, but this is not what this is about. It's about the comment section on some of these videos that, that people post, and they can't even hide it. Exactly. They only went to the line 3 times in the second half. And, some of the comment section, I just want to point this out to you guys. Like, some of the comments that y'all make that are racially motivated, YouTube has them comments up for review. I have all kinds of comments in my comment section that are up for review, and it's asking me to remove them or reject them. Yeah, she missed a lot of points. She missed a couple bunnies, Prodigal. She missed a couple bunnies, but this ain't what that's about. This is about the comment sections on the video that I did yesterday pertaining Angel Reese and her mom getting death threats and hate mail from Caitlin Clark fans. And people will come in the comment section laughing about it, talking about they're playing victim. We need proof. Well, the proof is out there. The proof is out there. And people are downplaying it, but these Caitlin Clark fans, they can't hide it. They cannot hide what they really feel about Angel Reese. And I don't know what Angel Reese has done to these Caitlin Clark fans to make these Caitlin Clark fans act like this, because they think Caitlin Clark is supposed to outright win everything. If it's not about Caitlin Clark, then we don't want to hear about it. When Angel Reese's name keeps getting brought up in the Rookie of the Year race by the media, and some of the media personnel say that Angel Reese is the front runner for the Rookie of the Year. They want to spin this narrative talking about they trying to hand everything to Angel Reese. But that's not what this is about. This is about the comment section on these Caitlin Clark fans, where they can't hide their true feelings or their true emotions. You might be right, Uncle J.E. It might stem from, Angel Reese, winning that national championship game, giving her to John Cena, "You can't see me," pointing at her finger. And like I said, this is not the Indiana fans treating Angel Reese and her mom like this. This is the Caitlin Clark fans. Thomas Anderson, they are sick, man. It's getting ridiculous, man. What does this got to do about the game of basketball, man? What does this got to do about the game of basketball, man? Angel Reese is out there playing basketball, and she's out there giving it all she got, and everybody is coming out talking about they manipulating the streak. They giving Angel Reese rebounds. They giving her points. This is not about basketball. This is about the dislike and the hatred that they have for Angel Reese. This is all it is. And the comments section verifies that. You can go on any channel that support the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese, and you can look in their comments section, and you'll see all the Caitlin Clark fans that bombard these comments and say astronomical things that don't even mount to the game of basketball. And that's the glaring of it. Like, you got these I posted a little something in the video that I did yesterday about Ghost on Point calling out black and white sports. Now, I saw a couple videos from Black and White Sports, but I can't watch it no more because he don't even try to hide the hatred that he has for Angel Reese. And a lot of people have been in his comments that support Angel Reese, telling him, man, that, you're being racist. And Ghost on Point called him out. And I'm glad that some of these people will come out and call out some of these YouTubers about the egregious things that they say. The funny thing to me is that they're saying it's not a race thing and leave. That's what I'm saying, Thomas. They saying it's not a race thing, but this is turning out to be racial, man. And it's getting sick. You cannot do a podcast or a video giving Angel Reese her just dues without Caitlin Clark fans bombarding your comments with the hate. And like I said, they can't even hide it. Exactly, RS. It's a race thing, man. It's starting to become racially motivated, man, and it's sick. What does this have to do about the game of basketball? Because there's another black athlete competing with somebody that you like, as such as Caitlin Clark, and she's a threat to Caitlin Clark to get the Rookie of the Year? That's the bad thing. Exactly. So that's how they feel, Thomas. If you say anything good about Angel Reese, they feel that you're saying that you're downgrading Caitlin Clark. Bible Boy, I know it's been a race thing for a long time, man, but now it's just crazy. Now it's glaring now. It's just bringing it back to the forefront, man, because of what Angel Reese has been able to accomplish in the WNBA compared to what Caitlin Clark has been doing. Exactly, Thomas. It's Dorian, you can say cap all you want, but it's not cap. This is facts, man. We dealing with facts right now. This is something serious, man. Don't come in here with the cap and all this. This is serious. Just read the comments, man. Just read the comments, man. Just read the comments, man. Oh, it's worse on Twitter X and TikTok. It is. Dorian, man, you capping. You the one that's capping. You the one that's capping. When you got all the media outlets saying Just like Dawn Staley came out yesterday, said Angel Reese is the rookie of the year right now. So what you got to say about that? So what you got to say about that? So what you got to say about Dawn Staley saying Angel Reese is the rookie of the year right now? Thank you, Bible boy. Dorian is part of the problem. See, that's what I'm saying. We can't do a serious show without somebody coming in here, you know, being a casual. It's all fine and dandy, Andy A, that Clark is setting records and it's hands down. I have no problem with that. I applaud Caitlin Clark for what she's doing. I have no problem with Caitlin Clark at all. Caitlin Clark is fun to watch. My problem is the Caitlin Clark fans, the Caitlin Clark fan base that are spearing these narratives about Angel Reese. And when I did a serious show yesterday, and you can look in the comments section, when I basically said these Caitlin Clark fans are sending death threats and hate mail to Angel Reese and her mother. But you go in the comments section and everybody wants to make a joke about it. When we talking about basketball, Caitlin Clark is out there flat out balling. She's doing what she's supposed to do, just like Angel Reese is doing what she's supposed to do. But when Angel Reese is doing what she's supposed to do, look what comes along with it. Caitlin Clark don't have to deal with this hate and this racism toward her. Angel Reese does. That's the point I'm trying to make. Angel Reese has to deal with the hate and the racism that comes along with it. Caitlin Clark doesn't have to deal with that. You don't see Angel Reese fans sending hate mail to Caitlin Clark and her family. You don't see it. That's what I'm saying, Thomas. You see it in the comments section. Just see it on the comment section of the video I did yesterday. It's absolutely sick. It's absolutely sick on what these people are saying in the comments toward Angel Reese. And it has nothing to do with basketball. As far as basketball, Angel Reese is going out there doing what she got to do. It's all fun. It's all fine that you don't have to like Angel Reese, but why is the hate and the racism toward her because she's, competing against Caitlin Clark? You say Angel don't got that many fans, and see that's the problem. It's the Caitlin Clark fans. They not WNBA fans. They not watching the WNBA. All they are is supporting Caitlin Clark. They supporting Caitlin Clark and they don't like what Angel Reese is doing. So then that's when they want to spare that hate toward her. And why are they sending her and her mom death threats and hate mail? And it's not the Indiana fans, because the Indiana fans been there. It's the Caitlin Clark fans. They have something seriously against Angel Reese. And Dorian, that's what I want you to understand. This video is about the comment section that goes crazy, and they can't even hide the racism or the hate for Angel Reese. It's so glaring. And I want to make this clear that most of you guys probably are sitting back thinking like, oh, I posted a comment, but I don't see it there. It's because YouTube has it under review because the seriousness of the comment that was stated by a user. That's all I'm saying. And then, okay, we're gonna shed some light on this. I said what I had to say in that part about the comment section. So this is what we're gonna say. See, that's what I'm saying. Dorian, see, you're a clown. That's the stuff I'm saying. Angel Smollett. See, that's clown, man. You're about to get blocked up out of here. You're about to get kicked up out of here for the clown comments. I know, Bible boy. See, the statement that Dorian just made, Angel Smollett. See, that's what I'm saying. So now we're going to go back to when everybody had a problem with the first time Caitlin Clark could have got the triple-double and Christy Sides took her out. Everybody was mad. So don't y'all think that's stat padding? I'm not going to group all Caitlin Clark fans that way, Andy A. I never said that. I'm not going to group them. I'm not going to group them. There are some real Caitlin Clark fans out there that respect the game of basketball and respect what Angel Reese brings to the table. But there's the selective few that can't even hide it. And we got some in the comments. We got some in the chat right now that can't even hide it. And Dorian is one of them. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You got a selective few that were spewed as negative and this racist hate toward Caitlin Clark. K. Fowl said, Dorian and Prodigal are showing us right now the main problem. You are speaking of with the chat. Sunshine, people do have bad guys. But what I'm saying is a lot of people can't even hide it. They hide behind a keyboard. That's all they do. That's what I'm saying. That's what they want to do, Paul. They only here to cause confusion, man. They only here to cause confusion, Paul. They always try to deflect. They always try to say something else when the video is about the comments section is unbelievable and the hate and the racism, shown toward Angel Reese. And they always want to deflect. They always want to, poke fun and make jokes, but they can't be serious. Paris Johnson, I totally agree with that. Yeah, they be trolling behind a keyboard. I mean, it's some stuff that people post is funny. We all respond to it. It's the people that respond with the hate and the racial motivation is the ones that are making YouTube go crazy by putting these comments in review. Yes, Nike. Yes, I watched the game today. What you got on the game? I'm gonna come on camera. I'm gonna come on camera so y'all can see me. I'm not even gonna hide behind the camera no more because y'all know how I do. I don't have to hide behind a keyboard. I talk to you face to face. I'm here. So what I'm gonna do is anybody that wants to come up and talk basketball and give their perspective on what's going on, I'm going to drop the link in the chat and y'all can come on and we can talk. I just want to get your honest opinion and your honest assessment of what y'all think is going on. So the link is in the chat. That's what I'm saying, K. Fowl. And I did a show yesterday pointing out the seriousness of the matter of when Angel Reese's mom, is receiving death threats and hate mail to her address. Google will show you everything. And you see at the bottom of the screen, you see what it says. Yeah, the last minute was hard to watch, man. The game was, I think, at one point they had cut it to 6 and it just got out of hand, man. The technical fouls, Teaspoon got teched up, Mabry got teched up, Reese got teched up. Yeah, everybody's looking forward to that All-Star game next week, and that's gonna and see, the crazy thing about it is, what I want people to understand is Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark don't have that animosity toward each other. They're competitors. They just bring out the best of each other when they play. So all this outside noise and the fans of Caitlin Clark, saying all this egregious stuff toward Angel Reese, man, they got to stop. And then you go back and look at what the girl from Connecticut said, Dejian Carter, when they was talking about all this, stuff that, Caitlin Clark can address. She can come out and let people know, like, hey, we don't have to go that way. Yeah, but Mabry had one of her best offensive games today in a long time, man. She kept throwing long bad passes. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, man. Like I said the last time I went live about, I would rather see Chicago Skies match up against Connecticut Suns. They can't do nothing with New York, man. New York is too skillful for them, man. Exactly, Andy A. That's what it should be. It should be all about basketball, man. All this negativity towards, because I'm only seeing it towards Angel Reese. I really am. I mean, I be on YouTube, man. I'm in the media, man. I know what goes on. So the only negativity and the hate that I see and the hate mail and things, it's only going toward Angel Reese, man. And it's like I said, it's not the Indiana fans, because Indiana fans are going to support their team. It's the Caitlin Clark fans that love what Caitlin Clark does and supports Caitlin Clark. They're the ones that probably never really got off into the WNBA or even really got off into college basketball. They just liked everything Caitlin Clark stood for. That's what I'm saying, K-Foul, and that's what Dejian Carter was saying. Like, you got a platform. Like, everything that you're doing for the WNBA, you're bringing in revenue, you're putting fans in seats, so your fan base is out there. So you can reach a large fan base by coming out, saying things. Like, your platform, you can speak. It's time for Caitlin Clark to step up. She should say something. I know she wouldn't want anybody threatening her mom. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Like, I mean, you got a platform, you got a voice, and your voice matters. Because, like I said, you got a large following. I know you don't do too much on social media, but you got a large following. Yeah, Kennedy Carter, man, she balling, man. She had a bad game today, though. She didn't show up today. She got outplayed. She got outplayed by the guards. She got outplayed. But other than that, man, I mean, I just feel, man, let Angel Reese live, man. It's not her fault that she's going out there playing and she got 15 straight double-doubles. The streak ended today. She had 8 and 16. And now you got these internet channels going up now, going live, posting videos, talking about the streak is over. Like, where did they do that at? Like, they are celebrating because the streak is over. Like, where do you do that at? You celebrating because the streak is over. It is crazy. Owen Hall. I'm glad you pointed that out. We never said Caitlin has said anything bad about her opponents. It's not Caitlin Clark. It's not Caitlin Clark. It's the Caitlin Clark fans that are doing this. It's not Caitlin Clark. I don't think nobody has a problem with Caitlin Clark at all. They don't have a problem with the way Caitlin Clark is balling, the exceptional numbers that she's putting up, all the records that she's breaking since she's been in the WNBA. That's not the issue. The issue is her fan base. That's the issue. Nobody in the chat or nobody on this platform has a problem with Caitlin Clark. It's the fan base. Did a show yesterday, and it's up on my YouTube channel, about the hate mail in the death threats that are coming from Caitlin Clark fans, and Angel Reese's mom addressed it. That's what we're talking about. If you see the ticker at the bottom, it says Angel Reese's mother reveals Caitlin Clark fans sent her racist hate messages, calling her out her name, and it disgusts her. See, that's what I'm saying. Nobody is going to celebrate an injury of somebody else. But if that would happen, oh my goodness, they would go crazy. See, that's what I'm saying, Bible boy. That's the thing. They trying to sweep it under the rug, and that's the issue. They sweeping everything under the rug that is noticeably out there. And like I said, these fans, they can't hide it. It's glaring. You just look at some of these YouTube channels that really made their come up off of Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark right now is the cash cow for everybody, even the people in the YouTube media space. Caitlin Clark is the cash cow when it comes to the WNBA when you're making content. Anything that got Caitlin Clark's name attached to it, people are going to want to see what's going on. That's all it is. People are going to want to see what's going on. See, that's what I'm saying, Thomas. They happy that the streak is over. Now, Thomas, you was here when I did the show the other day when I was talking about the way Caitlin Clark acted in the game when they lost against the Washington Mystics, when she was acting like a thug. But nobody didn't want to address that. They want to deflect that, talking about, oh, the girl Van Loo was all up in her face. I'm glad that she pushed her. Nobody wanted to address that. Everybody wanted to deflect. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. She got a large fan base. Exactly. Everybody talks real candid after they win, but soon as they lose, don't nobody want to take accountability, and they want to throw Christy Sides under the bus. And they want to throw Christy Sides under the bus. I mean, Bible boy, ever since you've been on my channel, you've been keeping it real, man. Some people might not like it, but you're keeping it real. You're keeping it 100, man. You haven't said nothing out of character, man. You're just pointing out the obvious. You're just pointing out facts, man. You're just pointing out facts, man. But a lot of people will try to go back at you because you're just pointing out the obvious. When you're pointing out the obvious, the truth hurts. Prodigal, I watch all the games too, man. That's my job. I watch them all, man. But see, that's what I'm saying. The other storylines, ain't nobody want to say nothing about what Asia Wilson did last night. Nobody said what Asia Wilson did last night. The monster game she had last night, like 33 and 18, but don't nobody want to talk about that. Or as you said, when they lose tomorrow, they gonna call you to. Oh boy, y'all cutting up, man. See, that's what I'm saying. When we talking basketball, it's fun, and we just leaving it, basketball related. But all the other stuff, the sick comments and stuff like that, man, we can do away with that, man. Let's just talk basketball. Like when I do these shows, I'm talking basketball. And that's the thing, man. People turn it into what they'll come in the comments and just want to talk, but they not talking what's on point. Let me go ahead and bring Thomas on up in here. Thomas, you got your mic on, Thomas? What we got, Thomas?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear, man.
Cool. Man, these Caitlin Clark fans, I'm just going to call it like I see it. They sick. They are using her as their racist Trojan horse.
Yeah.
They are letting how they really feel. Angel Reese, her fans, they be out of pocket sometimes, but it's usually basketball related. The worst I've seen them is what they did to Alyssa Thomas when they trolled her Instagram.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But they wasn't like sending death threats or nothing like that. They were just saying like you know you shouldn't have choke slammed her like ball.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark fans, they don't watch the game. Like Caitlin, people, I seen that Phoenix game last night.
Yes.
They almost lost that game.
Oh yeah,
And
it came back. They cut it to 4.
Come on, man. And it wasn't because of Christie sides. I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
It's not the coach. Caitlin Clark is a defensive liability. Point blank, period.
You can't say that. You cannot say that around Caitlin Clark fans because they're gonna double down on you. And as soon as you say something about defense and turnovers, oh, they're going ham.
I'm not even gonna talk about the turnovers, even though, you know, she needs to stay off her knees. That's all I'm gonna say. But when it comes to Caitlin Clark's offense, you can't deny that. And when she get it going, she gets it going.
Man,
when she get it going, she get it going. I can't knock her. If I'm looking at this purely off basketball, to me, I'm just gonna be 100% honest. Looking at the WNBA, I don't look at her as the main player. I look at Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell as the main players, and that's who I look at. Those are the ones who are winning the games.
Exactly. Hey, hold up, Thomas. Thomas, hold that point. Just 1 second. I gotta read this comment, man. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. These are the trolls that I'm talking about. Somebody just posted a comment. I can't even say their name. He said, I'm going to unsubscribe time from this hate manager. We have many fever YouTubers. One less won't matter. They won't talk about Caitlin Clark being called names, being white. Now enjoy with your Sky fans. That's the type of people I'm talking about. Crazy. See, like I told people, you can go to these other channels that only cater to the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark, and you'll feel more comfortable where you can go over there and start twerking it up. But over here, you can't do that because we just don't talk about Caitlin Clark. We talk about everybody else. And as soon as we say something about Caitlin Clark, they get their panties in bunches. And this is what we got to deal with. Now, go ahead with your point, Thomas.
Yeah, like I was saying, she's not the main player on the team. She can't handle the ball. Her passes, I mean, like, they count them as assists, but if I'm looking at them, like I seen Aaliyah Boston moving those feet the other day.
Thomas, we don't even want to talk about that, man, because I can do a video, a breakdown. I can do a breakdown of her assist, and people will get mad at me.
I know. And that's the thing about it. And I don't want to take away from her assist. My thing, I don't want to take away from nothing Caitlin Clark is doing, because the one thing nobody can lie about or deny, whether no matter what side of the fence you're on, Caitlin Clark has been great, not just good.
She's been great
for the WNBA.
Exactly.
However, her fan base, they can't even hide it.
No, they can't, man.
They can't hide it. Like the dude Dorian come in talk about Cap. How is it Cap? Somebody saying that these people are sending death threats. Look how these people be talking to you.
Thomas, speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
Come on, man. Like the dude the other day, you had to block.
Had to get him out of there.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I'm talking about. The glaring stuff where you can't even hide it, man. You can't even hide it. You know what I'm saying? If you try to hide it, you still can't hide it. And the fact that you pointed that out, man, I appreciate that. And see, when you give people the facts, what Angel Reese's mom, she put the facts out there. There's articles. You can go Google all this stuff. You can go look at what she pinned on her Twitter from the comment, from the hate mail that she got from the Caitlin Clark fans and the death threats. And the person left their name on the envelope. And she got all that information. But people will still call that cap when the facts is out there.
Man, let's be real. Can I be real? Can I be real for a second?
Go ahead.
Okay, are these not the children and grandchildren of people who was hanging people not only 60 years ago? Let's be real.
Man, can
we be real?
Hey, this channel, man, facts over feelings, man. So I'm not worried about nobody's feelings. When you point the facts out.
I mean, like a lot of these people, grandparents was there seeing our ancestors hanging from trees not 60 years ago.
Exactly.
If we want to be real. So they be like, oh, it's not a race thing. When you say it's not a race thing, it's a race thing. Because you're not talking about the basketball. Because if you talk about the basketball, to do something that had never been done in 27, 28 years is amazing.
Exactly.
When you wasn't even expected to translate. You was expected to wash out. They expected her to wash out. They said she was supposed to go second round. If you go back to the article before she was drafted, they said she was supposed to go like 22.
Hey, and then if you go back and look, they said the Chicago Sky was supposed to be 12th in the league, and they number 7. And there's only 12 teams. Yeah, they moved down because they lost a day. Yeah. But it was only 12 teams in the WNBA.
Correct. So when you look at what she's been able to do, like she's literally the Chicago Sky. If she wasn't on the Chicago Sky, they would be number 12. They not shooting. She basically infused herself into everything they do, and they hate it. They hate the fact that she was supposed to wash out. Everything you hear about her in the beginning is now all those people, oh, her game not gonna translate. Everybody now they quiet now.
Exactly.
Now they saying, and the thing is, I didn't get a chance to say this or comment this, but the thing that I don't like is when they said the Atlanta Dream. All these women are playing. See, people don't watch the WNBA. They don't know about it. Like if you letting other teams win, they will cut you. They don't like the WNBA is not like the NBA. Ain't none of these guaranteed contracts. It's the Hunger Games. You gotta play.
But you know something. You know what's funny about that, Thomas? It only matters when it comes to Angel Reese.
Correct.
When Angel Reese is out there trying to achieve a certain goal, and out there just playing basketball, and the things that she's done, like you stated, that wasn't supposed to translate to the WNBA, and she has superseded her rebounding from LSU to the WNBA. Now her offense and scoring is now catching up, and she wasn't supposed to do that in the WNBA, which on the other hand, Caitlin Clark was supposed to come in guns a-blazing, but when people was interviewed before she stepped foot on the WNBA court saying that it was going to be a translation period, it was going to be an adjustment period. She's not going to be coming in shooting 50% from three-point range, putting up 30 a night. And when they said that, people automatically said, oh, they hating on Caitlin Clark. But as far as that, in the beginning of the year, it's held true. Now she's starting to, like I said, get her feet wet, and now she's starting to understand because now she has been putting up 20 to 29 points. But at the simple fact is, Angel Reese is averaging 14 points a game. Caitlin Clark 17. She's only averaging 3 more points than her, man. Correct. Numbers lie. You know, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Also, Angel Reese is busting 25, 18, 27, and I forget 16 or something like that.
Yeah, 20, yeah.
And she not a primary 3-point scorer. She getting it in the basket. She banging down low.
Exactly.
Which anybody who know basketball, it's harder to score in the paint. All you gotta do is ask the Dwight Howard. It's easier for somebody to get a screen and bust a shot, especially when you got that muscle memory, than it is to bang down low and everybody taller than you. She not banging with people that's shorter than her. She not towering over people. She fighting 6'7", 6'5" people. I'm talking about grown women who strong, choking her, hitting her, and she getting it in. She ain't crying about it. She just putting in the work. And they said she wouldn't translate. She made history.
Exactly.
Like what people don't understand. Not only did she set the all-time rookie record for double-doubles,
she set the
WNBA record for double-doubles, and the only person who gonna beat her record is her.
Exactly. Like, and you know what the funny thing about it is? There's YouTube channels right now that are live and are producing content about the streak is over. This is what we coming to now.
Here's the thing: the streak is over as far as consecutive. However, she got 16 double-doubles on the season. The most double-doubles in a season is 22,
and that's by Tina Charles.
And she's going to beat that.
Exactly,
she's going to beat that this year.
And then if you go back and look at it, the streak that Candace Parker set was over a course of 2 years.
Yes. So she's going to beat that. So, and she's going to beat it next year. This is the worst we're ever going to see Angel Reese, which is scary. This is her floor.
Exactly.
And the thing is, I'm not trying to take nothing away from Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark fell in a perfect spot. I think she on a great team. Her coach knows that Caitlin Clark is a defensive liability. Like I said, when they play the Connecticut Suns, the seatbelts are on. DJ Carrington put the seatbelt on, it's a wrap.
Same thing with the Seattle Storm.
Come on,
Same
now.
thing with Seattle.
Drew Lloyd put the seatbelt. They
Exactly.
put their on her. And people don't want to admit that she's. I mean, like if we want to be real, right now she's a rookie. She ain't no Candace Parker.
Exactly.
She ain't no Candace Parker rookie. She ain't no MVP and rookie of the year. And I'm not gonna say she's not the rookie of the year. I don't know how they're gonna vote.
I could care less about the rookie of the year. I could care less because what both of them are doing right now is good for the game. Like I said, it could be a Jason Kidd and Grant Hill situation for all I care. It doesn't matter. But I tell you one thing. Somebody came up on the panel the other day and said if they give that rookie of the year to Angel Reese, somebody posted in the comments, it might be another Capitol Hill situation. I'm just being real.
We know that's true. Because
I'm just being real.
Angel Reese mom.
That's what and that's what people are missing the context is why does her mom have to receive death threats and racist hate mail thrown her way
over a game,
over a basketball game?
A basketball game. That's all this is. All this is women who never got their just due because when people don't respect women's sports. Let's be real.
Exactly.
Those who respect basketball respect these. First off, what do we want these tall women to do? The average height of a woman is 5'4" to 5'6". These women are 6 feet, 6'7", 6'5". So they not, like pick of the litter type women. Not saying they ugly. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, what do we want them to do? These women are balling.
And exactly. And another thing that I like, and this is one thing that I'm agree with what Jason Whitlock said. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark made it all right to be women in the WNBA.
Love it. I love it. And that's another reason why a lot of people want to give all the credit to Caitlin Clark. But I want you to notice this. When they was in New York, the announcer said that they hit the highest attendance record when they played the Sky.
The Sky. That was the other day. Yeah.
The other day. Sold out crowd.
17. It was 17,000. I think it was 17,664 people that attended that game. And Caitlin Clark was not involved in that game. It was Angel Reese that was involved in that game.
Correct.
See, people missed that. And I'm glad that you pointed that out, Thomas. See, the small stuff like that, people don't want to point that out. But
no, they don't, because they want the narrative to be that only Caitlin Clark is bringing the money, is bringing the odds, is bringing the fans. First off, Angel Reese has all the celebrities, but no celebrities coming to the. If you look at the preseason game in Dallas, what did Lotto say?
Exactly.
She asked Lotto. She said, "Why are you here?" She's like, "What brought you to the?" What brought
Angel
you to
Reese.
She said, "Angel Reese."
It's almost like the Deion Sanders effect in Colorado.
Exactly.
When you're bringing out all the celebrities, and a lot of people, like I said at the beginning of the year. They say Caitlin Clark is the cash cow, which she's the cash cow, putting fans in the seats. But outside of the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark plays for the Indiana Fever, right? Yes. There's 4 other teams that all their home games are sold out. And Caitlin Clark don't play for these 4 other teams.
That's the New York Liberty. That's the Las Vegas Aces. That's the Chicago Sky.
And Atlanta Dream.
Atlanta. Okay, there you go.
And when
Atlanta Dream for me is garbage right now.
But all their home games are sold out. So the game that Caitlin Clark came there, the game was already sold out. But Caitlin Clark brought a little bit more fans there for the attendance to go up. But the game was already sold out.
Correct.
So now you go back to 2 days ago when New York played Chicago, and Angel Reese was involved in that game. And the attendance record, 17,664 fans.
Highest ever in Barclays history. That's higher than when Caitlin Clark played there, but they're not going to say that.
They're not going to say that. They're going to sweep it under, Thomas, they're going to sweep it under the rug, man.
And here's the thing. All of it's good. Like, all of it, the next CBA is going to be crazy. Like, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Aja Wilson and Kelsey Plum and Jewel Lloyd and Skylar Diggins and Brittany Griner and Diana Taurasi, all these people, because the thing is, people want to see, because Diana Taurasi was talking all that jazz.
Yeah.
So people want to see those games too. They want to see it. Now she got to, people might have not been watching her before, but now she got to show and prove.
Yeah,
Like, why are people calling you the GOAT? Because people don't know.
exactly.
And she haven't been showing why they think she the GOAT, in my opinion. However, she like 40 some years old, so I don't expect her to. But still, her comments is all bringing this energy to the WNBA. But the underlying thing that nobody want to address, and the only person who call it straight down the middle is you that I see, and my man Ghost, who just basically break it down.
Ghost be break. Hey, go. Hey, that's the first time I saw Ghost channel, because for some reason that guy from Black and White Sports, I watched 3 of his videos and I couldn't watch him no more because he's dedicated to Caitlin Clark.
Yep.
But it came up on the recommended channel when Ghost did the reaction to Black and White Sports, and he pretty much got in his ass.
Yeah.
Broke him down like a Black and Decker workbench, man. And I'm going to bring up another comment that Andre Edwards said. I said that before, man, when Monica McNutt came out and said that Angel Reese was the rookie of the year, she started getting death threats from these Caitlin Clark fans.
On Twitter.
Yep. Her Twitter was going crazy.
Ever since Elon Musk, people don't see, when people come on YouTube don't play that like that. YouTube will hold your comments for review.
Okay, stop right there, Thomas. Stop right there. And that's what I was saying before you came in the live. I got a lot of comments on the comment section that YouTube got their comments held for review because they're racially motivated.
Yeah. YouTube don't play that. Some slip through the cracks, but the majority of them don't. TikTok is crazy too. I see a lot of crazy stuff on, people just shining Caitlin Clark like she the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm not gonna lie. She balled out in the Mystics game. I'm not gonna take nothing away from her. She balled out in the Phoenix game. However, the intangible thing, the turnovers, the things that matter, people not seeing the basketball. I don't care how many points. Like, do you want to be Melo or do you want to be LeBron? Like, what did Chauncey Billups say? What did Chauncey Billups say? He said Melo would be happy if he got 35 and we lost. What are you talking about? That's crazy. That's why he got a champion. And Melo, I rock with Melo.
Hey,
but let's be real.
Man, hey, I can't even believe you brought Chauncey Billups up. I remember when Chauncey Billups said that. And it's crazy that you said that, because when you was talking before that, you go back to the historical game that Caitlin Clark had when she had the triple-double, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's focusing on the triple-double, but she shot 3 of 12 from the field.
Thank you.
You see what I'm saying? It was dismal how she shot. But, yeah, she got the triple-double in the win. But offensively, her game, she played like boo-boo. Yeah, the stats look like she got the triple-double, but it was a bad performance. But she got the triple-double.
I'm about to say some controversy. You ready for it?
Go ahead.
Watch this. I'm going to say 2 things. If Caitlin Clark stayed another year in college, Angel Reese would be the rookie of the year, hands down. No question. No question at all. The second thing, if Caitlin Clark had melanin in her skin, she'd be riding the bench. Nobody would let somebody that looked like Angel Reese have all those turnovers and still start. Let's be real. She leads the WNBA in turnovers.
5.6.
Come on, man.
5.6.
And if you are a point guard, your number one goal is to protect the ball. If you can't protect the ball, they got to put you on the bench.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about it is, when I bring up the assist to turnover ratio, yeah, you averaging 7 assists, but you're averaging 5.6 turnovers. So what's your assist to turnover ratio? It's not looking good
at all. But you can't see, if you saying that's not hate. That's just basketball.
People look at it as hate, man.
Nobody's sending her death threats. Nobody's saying she shouldn't be in the league. Nobody's even talking about her race.
Thomas, you've been in the live shows. You've been in the chat. You see when somebody brings up Caitlin Clark's turnovers, how does the chat react to that, man? These Caitlin Clark fans go crazy.
The Caitlin Clark fans go crazy. And the thing is, like, they what they say, I'm going to unsubscribe, like that's scaring you or something.
Exactly. Like go in. Move around. Like I said, there's these Caitlin Clark fans. One thing I like about the Adriana Ross show and the Pope Be Frank, they let it be known. This is an Indiana Fever and a Caitlin Clark channel. You can go over there and feel comfortable and talk about Caitlin Clark in all the positive light. You won't see no negativity. But as soon as you come over here and we talking basketball about different players, we talk about Asia Wilson, we talk about Caitlin Clark, we talk about Angel Reese, and we talk about what Kelsey Mitchell has been able to do. We talk about Alyssa Thomas. We talk about all these other guards. We talk about Jewel Lloyd, Skylar Diggins. We talk about Aaliyah Edwards, Aaliyah Boston. As soon as we don't mention Caitlin Clark and we talking about these other athletes, these Caitlin Clark fans are coming here. Well, Caitlin Clark did, man, come on now. Back up, man.
If we look at the games, I'm just because I watched the games, right? And I really feel bad for Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston, Rookie of the Year, the 2023 campaign. This year, I think Leah Boston leaving when free agency happens. It's too much for her. You could tell her she's not comfortable. She's not playing her game. And it's unfortunate because she a dog. She was one of the best coming out of the 2020. She was number one pick.
Yeah. And she was a rookie. She was a rookie of the year.
Yeah, she was one of the best coming out of college.
Yeah.
Number one player.
Yep.
And if you look at it now, Kelsey Mitchell, all-star, before this year.
Been in there. This is her 7th year, contract year, and she balling out. Yeah, and a lot of people will say that, she is her own teammates hating on Caitlin Clark.
No, nobody's. First off, I hate the whole narrative. This is how you know people don't know nothing about basketball. If a turnover is attributed to you, you are the person who caused the turnover, not the person you passed it to.
They don't understand that, man. They don't understand that. And they be talking about all the passes that she's throwing to these players and they dropping the ball, giving her turnovers. Nah, that's not the turnover on Caitlin Clark. That's a turnover on the player that got the ball and they dribbled it out of bounds. That's a turnover on them.
And majority of her turnovers is just bad passes, bad reads, and flat-footedness. He just be dropping it. Like the other day in the Phoenix game, she ran into her own teammate.
Oh, yeah.
See, but if you don't watch the games, you don't know that. And the thing is, I'm not gonna lie. I was loving that Kalia Copper was going off.
Oh, Copper Cook.
I wanted them to win, but I didn't want them to win because Christy Sides would have got fired if they would have lost 30 up. If they
31. They up 31, and they cut it to 4.
If they would have lost, she would have been done.
Oh yeah, they cut it to 4.
That's why I said I wanted Coop because Cop was going off.
But I'm gonna tell you what happened in that game. Brittany Griner, I don't think Brittany Griner played the second half, did she?
No,
because she got injured. Yep. So they fell behind, and Copper, she had to do it all by herself.
All by herself.
She led the charge back because Copper had 31 or 33.
Man,
and she put the team on her back. They just didn't have enough firepower. Plus, Taurasi was out. They just didn't have enough firepower.
They didn't have enough firepower. And again, if they would have won, not being 31 up, it would have just been a loss. Caitlin Clark fans would have been upset or whatever, but it would have just been a loss. But if they would have lost from down 31, from being up 31 to cutting it to 4, that's what. If you're so great, and I'm not saying she's not great because she's great for the game, but if you're so great, that's not supposed to happen.
Nah.
Kalia Copper, she basically, it was a couple 50-50 balls that I'm like, It was a couple calls that I was like, that didn't go the way that,
I'm going to tell you, Kalia Copper played yesterday's game the same way that Caitlin Clark played against the Washington Mystics when she tried to bring the team back.
Yes.
When Caitlin Clark put the team on her back, cut the lead to 4 as well, coming back from 21, but they just ran out of gas. And that's when Caitlin Clark was visibly frustrated. That's why she got on Van Loo like that, shoved her a couple times and mocked her, and we talked about that. But Kalia Copper yesterday played that same way, put the team on her back because she knew she was undermanned. She knew Griner was out. She knew Taurasi was out. So she had to bring the heat. But she's a flat-out dog. But this is what I'm gonna see if you can recall this. Go back to that game. I forgot who Indiana was playing, but Caitlin Clark was 1 assist away from a triple-double or 1 rebound away from a triple-double, and Christy Sides took her out of the game, right? Do you know them Caitlin Clark fans got mad because she got taken out of a game the game was over? You know what I'm saying? And when they talk about stat pattern, when they talk about Angel Reese, that's the only reason why I bring that up. But Caitlin Clark fans was mad that she was taken out of the game. But when Angel Reese stays in the game to keep that streak alive, now she got to be stat padding.
What is stat padding?
I don't know. I don't know.
All stats are counted equally.
Yeah.
A 2 is a 2, a 3 is a 3, a rebound is a rebound, an assist is an assist, a turnover is a turnover. Come on, man. Like, what are you if you stat padding, playing a game of basketball in itself is stat padding, if we're going to go with that.
Watch this. Only reason why I say that is somebody came in the comments today on the video I did yesterday. And they in the chat, but they ain't chatted. They was the first person that responded in the chat when I started the live, right? Yankee came up in the comments. It was 5 minutes left in today's game. Angel Reese had 8 points, 14 rebounds. The comment was, watch the stat pattern. It's 5 minutes to go. Angel Reese got 5 fouls. Watch they bring her back in the game so she can get the 2 points to get the double-double. What type of shit is that?
I don't know.
5 minutes to go and you was only down 8 and you already coming in the comments talking about watch the stat padding. Come on, man. The game was still in the balance, man. They was only down 8 with 5 minutes left. And you come in the comment section like that.
The reality, the thing is, we live in different Americas, right? Like everybody, we live in different states. We live in different realities. We live in different Americas. The thing is, some people can't realize that their hatred, they wear it on their skin. They wear it on their sleeve. They wear it on themselves. Like when you start talking about for you to want to see, like I can get if you like a New York Liberty fan and you like, I just want to see the Sky lose, I'm with you. But if you just want to see Angel Reese lose or fail or not see her streak just for the sake of not seeing it, not only are you a hater, come on now. I mean, like, we know what it is. We ain't got to throw the R word around, but we know what it is. You can't even hide it. Like Dorian calling Angel Reese Angel Smollett. Like,
yeah.
Like her mother has to lie about somebody.
Watch this. Watch this, Thomas. Watch this. Just got a comment on the video that I did yesterday. I got a comment from Victoria6422. You know what this person gonna say? If Angel Reese's mom can't take the heat, then she needs to stay out the kitchen.
Yeah, so Angel Reese should take Angel Reese's mom should take criminal acts against her willingly.
It's ridiculous. They can't hide it.
Yeah, and that's again, like I was saying, like reality, like 60 years ago, the thing is we were supposed to accept people's criminal acts and just supposed to live with them. Like the thing is, like, not only does your religion say, because a lot of people, they claim to be Christians, thou shalt not kill, but the law says it also. The law says you shouldn't hurt people and things of that nature. You shouldn't injure people. However, when it comes to people who have our skin tones, whatever range they are in, we're supposed to accept it. We're supposed, because they're not, I guess because they're not hanging her from a tree, she's supposed to accept it. She's supposed to accept the criminal acts of people calling her and threatening her. These are felonies. What are you talking about? That's crazy.
They don't understand, man. I could just read off all these comments. Somebody else just posted, victim card, victimhood won't win you rookie of the year. That's just
hello. So what makes someone a victim, right?
Man,
if somebody does something to you, right? Like if you're a victim of an act. If somebody sends a death threat to you, you're not playing the victim, you are the victim. What are you talking about?
Boy, I tell you, boy.
These people don't understand because their evilness has never had to be checked, ever. So the thing is, they don't even understand. They think that they're not evil because they're not hanging you from a tree. So because they're not hanging you from a tree, they don't think they're that bad. Words.
Man, I can't. I'm trying to. I gotta laugh this off, man. I gotta laugh some of this stuff off, man.
Words. If you can't take our hateful words, you need to get over it because we can't call a game of basketball just the way it is.
Man, this stuff is wild. I can't make this stuff up, man.
I know, and that's the crazy part. Like, she's supposed to take hold on. Angel Reese's mom don't even play basketball.
Exactly. What does she got to do with the sport? She's Angel Reese's mom. Why is this directed toward Angel Reese's mom, man? And when Angel Reese puts it out there and there's articles and she puts verifications on what was posted on her Twitter, people, these Caitlin Clark fans still call it cap. I don't understand that.
Disgusting. There is sick people. But we're seeing it live in full effect on display. They can't hide it. Like it's see, the thing is, we can talk about basketball. The thing is, for example, like I said, in my opinion, Caitlin Clark can't shine Kelsey Plum's shoes. Kelsey Plum and Caitlin Clark are the same as far as their racial makeup. So therefore, like and I'm just being real, like if you look at Caitlin when the Aces played the Fever, Kelsey Plum dogged her.
Exactly.
Put up like 30 plus.
And then she wanted to go shake her hand after the end of the game, and you saw the reaction Caitlin Clark had to that. I guess they made a joke out of it. Now, see, I got somebody that just came in the comments and said, this isn't about black and white. She is disrespectful for the game, and Chicago team wanting no part. Man, Edward, man, you a clown, man. You a clown.
Wait.
That's the clown takes, man.
How is Angel Reese? What has Angel Reese done in the WNBA that is bad for the game?
Man, they just can't hide it, man.
Only thing she did was play ball and be a dog. Yeah. And it's not her fault, because here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it real. I believe that the Sky has an overall. Give me 1 second.
So y'all see what we got to deal with, man, in the chat, guys. You see what we got to deal with, man. Like, it's crazy.
Now I'll be 100% honest. I believe the Indiana Fever has a way better team than the Sky. The Sky just have more heart. The Sky is basically playing with the house money.
Yeah, they got two other all-stars.
Come on now. The composition of the Sky is, to me, we don't have shooters. They don't have shooters there. Like, all they really got, they feeding off Angel. They got Kennedy Carter, baller. They got Camila Cardoso, height. She's going to be a baller. Let time happen. And they got Angel Reese. Everybody else is, you can remove them and plick and pluck. I mean, Mabry is cool. Yeah. Mabry is cool. I got nothing
She's
against
inconsistent, man. Mabry had a good game today, man. But
Mabry should be coming off the bench, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But again, I believe Caitlin Clark has a better team. Like, to me personally, I believe that the Indiana Fever should be sitting in like 5th place. They should be sitting at least 6th place over Phoenix. I think they got a better team than Phoenix.
Yeah.
However, Caitlin Clark ain't that person yet. She can't handle the ball. And people don't understand, a turnover, it's not just losing the ball. When you have turnovers that contribute to points for the other team, you are assisting the other team.
Exactly.
That's all. And the thing is, Aaliyah Boston can't get into her play because she was cut off in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you don't put the ball in Caitlin Clark's hands, the fans go crazy. Oh, her teammates don't like her. Oh, they're just trying to hate on Caitlin Clark. I heard all type of crazy stuff. The media is trying to. First off, the reason why the media narrative is so egregious, if you remember in the beginning, they wouldn't even show the other games. They was only showing Indiana Fever games. The Chicago Sky and Angel Reese forced them to show the games. They had the ball out and play. If you go to the beginning of the WNBA, the only games that was televised was the Fever games.
Yep.
And people were seeing Caitlin Clark. Anyway, like I'll never forget that screen that Stewie hit on her and she hit that ground. But again, she's balling out. She's not a scrub. She just ain't that yet. She's going to get better.
Oh yeah, she's gonna get way better.
Like she's going to get better.
Next year, I think next year, like I said, I did previous streams and I did previous shows about it. I said next year I expect Caitlin Clark to average at least 23 to 25 points a game.
Yeah, I agree. Now, do I think that's going to contribute to winning? If she can't get them turnovers under control, no. But I believe she
got to bring them turnovers down.
I believe she's going to average, like you said, 20 to 22. I believe next year, Angel Reese gonna average 18 to 20.
Hey, she can, and that's what I'm saying. But the one thing I have a problem with is the fact that you said it earlier, is they didn't think she was going to translate. And
all.
now that she's translated to the WNBA and she's getting all this praise from certain media outlets and certain individuals and certain, WNBA veterans, these Caitlin Clark fans look at it like, oh, you just hating Caitlin Clark. But see, like Skip Bayless made a great point. Like I said, I don't agree with everything Skip Bayless said, but Skip Bayless made a great point. The thing that Angel Reese does the best, it translated over to the WNBA. The one thing that Caitlin Clark does the best hasn't translated yet. And that is shoot the three ball.
And let's be real. I don't think it's ever going to translate the way it was in college, because these are grown women fighting for their life every day. Until a new CBA, they might be able to take a playoff or two. But now, they don't understand. Like, for example, Celeste. Celeste Taylor.
Yeah, Celeste Taylor. Yeah,
they just signed her to the Phoenix for 7 days. She only got 7 days.
Oh, wow.
7 days. 7 days. And when you look at it, and then they signed her that day and made her play that day. That's crazy. That never happens in any other sport. But the WNBA, in my opinion, was started as a charity league to get some public, I don't think it was ever meant to be a real league, ever. But the thing is, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, or Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, is making it a real league.
Exactly.
Where you got to, people are going to be talking about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese even in the WNBA offseason. And to be honest, I'm going to keep it 100% real. When I look at the WNBA, the reason why I love the WNBA is because these women play hard. It's not a lot of diva stuff. Even though you would think because they women is divas, these women play like they don't know if they're going to get cut. I seen a video from Sydney Colson. She used to play for the Sky. She played for the Aces now. Yeah. She had went and her card didn't work. She was like, am I cut? That was like one of the saddest things I ever seen. It was a joke. They were just playing a prank on her. But it's like, that's how serious the WNBA is. So when you see these women playing hard on Caitlin Clark, it's hard for her to, she's going to average, like I said, about 20 points, because you just can't stop that shot. That shot
exactly.
is that shot when it's working.
When her legs is underneath her, and when she gets her feet set, she's a flat out bucket.
When it's working, it's working.
And the crazy thing about it is, I'm glad you made that point up about, playing hard. About everybody thought that, Caitlin Clark coming in, everybody was hard fouling Caitlin Clark. Everything was under a microscope. If you touch Caitlin Clark, knocking her down, why are they playing her so tough? See, nobody never wants to point out when Candace Parker came into the league, right? Candace Parker came into the league as a rookie. They was beating Candace Parker up. Nobody made a big deal about that. But now, because it's Caitlin Clark, everybody's in an uproar.
The other game, I think, what was her name? Anumake. I think she cross arm barred Nafisa Collier, threw her to the ground.
And they never said nothing.
They never said nothing.
Never said nothing.
And when you talking about like Candace Parker, she got beat up her whole career. Mm-hmm. Alyssa Thomas hit her knee. When she was playing against Detroit, they had that whole fight and all that stuff. And the WNBA has always been a league. They play hard. They play. The thing that most men complain about what the NBA is too soft, is what the WNBA is now. It's hard. It's rough. They're gonna hard foul you. They're gonna play in their paint. They're gonna play. It's just because when you get over the fact that they are women, that's really the only issue. This is a mental issue for men, because the basketball. First off, people they be missing layups and stuff like that, but they never give credit to the defender. It's not like some people are just missing layups wide open. But most of these, Angel Reese, they talk about Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese, when she was playing against Minnesota, they was having 4 people on her at all times.
Oh, the link, yeah, they try to keep
at
her
all times.
And that's the crazy thing about it is, for somebody that is supposed to not have no offensive game, she's still getting double and triple teamed in the post.
Angel Reese only gets a man-to-man coverage through a cut or offensive rebound.
Yep.
Whenever they throw the ball in it, it's always a double team.
And watch this. I'm gonna say this. It's probably gonna stir up some stuff. But if you watch the game today, she had 16 rebounds, right?
Yeah.
In one possession, she got 3 offensive rebounds. And I guess everybody gonna say, oh, New York just stood around and let her get the rebound. No, she was down there working them cats out. She got one off of her miss, then she got one off of Carter's miss, and then she put back up. I think the girl blocked it, and she got her own rebound again. I guess they're gonna say that's stat pattern.
No, the thing is, it's hard to get offensive rebounds.
It's a skill, man.
It's a skill. And the thing about Angel Reese is that she knows she's not the prettiest person on the court. I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about game.
I said her game reminds me of Julius Randle. It's sloppy, but it's effective.
It's effective. But the thing about Angel Reese is people don't, if you don't watch her play the game, the moment somebody, see the difference between her and everybody else, the moment somebody, they haven't even shot the ball yet, she's already in position.
Exactly.
Once somebody starts to shoot in the motion, she's already beat you. That's why she beating you.
Yeah.
She's outthinking you on the offensive. Like if you see her, she's outthinking people. It's
Dennis
not.
Rodman said that. Dennis Rodman said the art of rebounding is a skill. You don't have to. You don't have to be 6'8" and 6'10" and 7 foot to get a rebound. He said when the ball goes up, you gotta know the trajectory or how that ball is going to hit that rim, on what side it's going to go to, and also like if you're shooting your own shot, you know where you're going to miss at. So you can. Not only are you shooting the ball, you got to be the first to get off the ground to get that rebound. The defenders are already in position to grab that rebound.
Yes.
But you got to go back up and get it.
She just wanted,
exactly. She outworking people.
She
exactly.
got 16 boards today. Like that's what people like the streak is over, but I'm not looking at the streak. I'm looking at the overall game. The game today was, I'm not gonna say it was poorly officiated, but it was some calls that they didn't call, and it was some calls they shouldn't have called. But that's not why they lost.
No, I'm not gonna never blame the officials, but they got 3. Angel got a tech, Mabry got a tech, and T. Weatherspoon's got a tech.
Yeah. So that's 3 points right there.
Yeah.
So when you start breaking it down, and then I don't understand what was the coach's decision to leave Kennedy Carter on the bench for the whole game.
She was struggling. Kennedy Carter was struggling today. It was one of the games that Kennedy and Mabry picked up the slack, but them two have yet to put the game together where they both been efficient.
And I think this, I'm just gonna say this, I think Dana is jealous. Like it's a picture of her, all the Sky team members, they like huddling up, and she in the background with the stank face. It's funny. But the thing, I think she's jealous of the success. And I was listening to Lexi Brown the other day when she said a lot of WNBA players are jealous.
Yeah.
Are jealous. And I'm not saying like, you know how people be like, oh, they jealous because of Caitlin Clark. I mean like team members who, because they want to play too.
Yeah.
They want to get out on the court too. They want to show what they can do too. They want to prove, they want a contract increase also. So I get it. I mean, like the Sky to me is in good shape. I mean, the WNBA as a whole is in good shape. As long as they people keep supporting it and get off all that racist stuff. It's like
exactly,
this.
Man. Enjoy the game, man. That's all I'm saying. Enjoy the game, man. Like it's like the thing about it is they take the fun out of it when you're going outside of basketball.
Yes. Like death threats to people, that's not funny, that's not cool, that's not good for the game. If you a Caitlin Clark fan, be a Caitlin Clark fan. I have no problem with the Pope. I have no problem with people who are Caitlin Clark fans.
Me either. I enjoy your show because he'll glaze it up for Caitlin Clark. Dropped a nice little video.
Yep.
He dropped a nice little song about Caitlin Clark, which is fire. I give him 2 thumbs up. Him and Adrian Ross, they keep it 100 because that's what their channel is all about. Their channel is nothing but about Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark. And they let it be known. They're not going to talk about nobody else but them two. But the Pope did make a video about Angel Reese's rebounds, which I thought, like, man, you went out of the way to do that, man. You could have left that alone.
Like Because the thing is, let's be real. If we're gonna be real, we just talking basketball. Caitlin Clark's game. I'm talking about just her performance in the WNBA. I'm not talking about college. I'm not talking about records she broke. I'm talking about her game in the WNBA has been mid, except for a few games, except for the game she played against the Mystics, and I think the game she got the triple double. Come on, man! Like they started off 0-9 or something like that.
They started off 1-8.
1-8. Come
But
on,
I
man.
will say this, and I told this to people the other day when I was on the stream. I said the best game I saw Caitlin Clark play was the loss against the Washington Mystics.
Oh yeah, she balled out.
That was the best game I saw Caitlin Clark play. And the reason why I say that is because that's the kind of dog mentality she needs to have every game from start to finish. Yeah. That's what she's capable of doing.
Oh, she play like that every game. She's definitely going to be the rookie of the year.
Oh yeah, I have no problem with that. I've never once hated on Caitlin Clark. Man, no. I give Caitlin Clark her flowers. I do shows about Caitlin Clark. But what pissed me off the other day, I was trying to do a show dedicated to Caitlin Clark when she got the triple-double. But as soon as I started the show, giving her praise, then everybody wanted to come in here hating on Angel Reese. Like, why are y'all hating on Angel Reese? This show is about Caitlin Clark. Can we give Caitlin Clark her flowers? When I'm trying to give Caitlin Clark her flowers, now y'all want to bring up Angel Reese. And I'm like, man, it's unbelievable, man.
Everybody want to avoid they can't get the taste out of their mouth of a black woman dogging a white woman and embarrassing her on the grand stage in front of millions of people. They have never let that go. Never. Let's be real. Like, if you looking at Angel Reese's game and you just looking at her game, she's balling out. She's not even thinking about Caitlin on the real.
Exactly. And like people trying to put them, they trying to put Caitlin and Angel against each other in a bad light. But them two don't dislike each other. They've been playing against each other from the AAU ranks, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's good for the game. The rivalry is good for the game if it's just considered basketball. But if it's outside of basketball, man, y'all can miss me with that.
Yeah, like sending her mother death threats.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And then people, the fact that somebody can try to justify in their mind that somebody should be okay with random people sending them death threats, telling them they're going to take their life, tells you the psychology of that person is not hinged. That's an unhinged group of people.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying
I dropped the link in the chat. Breezy, I dropped the link in the chat, man. For all that stuff that you talking in the comments, man, come up on the panel and talk, man. I'm gonna give you a chance, man. I want to see if you can talk basketball. I dropped the link in the chat. You too, Edward Rooker. The link is in the chat, man. Hit the link. Don't hide behind the keyboard, man. Pull up. Don't hide behind the keyboard, man. The link is in the chat, man. I give everybody an opportunity to get their spill off.
And the thing is, you want to know something that me and you was able to do? We was able through this. If anybody just look at this conversation that we had, they will see that we were able to point out the flaws in her games and give her praise without being on some goofy nonsense.
And see, that's all it takes, man. That's all it takes. That's why I dropped the link in the chat, because in these comments, some of their takes are casual takes. Okay, Breezy, you at work right now. I respect that. But where you at, Edward? The link is in the chat, man. And see, people don't understand that, man. We trying to talk basketball. All the other stuff outside of basketball, man, it's just nonsense, man. I think people just want to comment to be commenting, man.
This is all good for the WNBA. Like, if you watch the game, then you a fan of the game. I'm a fan of the game. Like, I actually love to see these women balling. They balling.
All right, Jeanette. The link is in the chat. Just pop the link, man. We'll bring you on up. Love to hear from a woman.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I love to see these women balling. I love to see Angel Reese, what she did. Like, she made history. Nobody could take that from her.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark made history. Nobody could take that from her.
I'm interested to see what Jeanette going to say. The link is in the chat, Jeanette. Just hit the link.
And if we want to be real, the Aces or the New York Liberty going to win it all anyway.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Let's be
Oh, yeah.
let's be real.
Oh yeah,
Even though it's
hands
still all
down.
good for the game,
Yeah,
it's only going to the Aces, and not because it's fixed or it's rigged. It's because Aja Wilson is the best female player on the planet.
and nobody want to talk about
Period.
that though. Don't
She's
nobody
the
want to
best.
talk about that.
No
They
one
want to
said.
automatically assume and throw Caitlin Clark up in the MVP voting. The MVP voting. Come on now.
No. Caitlin Clark, no. Rookie of the Year vote, yes. MVP, no.
Nah, there's other players out there.
I mean,
Jeanette, that link is in the chat. Jeanette, you see it? I'm interested in what Jeanette got to say from a female's perspective, man.
Oh,
Since
yeah.
we talking about female basketball.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely want to hear that.
You see it, Jeanette? All you gotta do is hit the link.
But I'm actually glad Angel Reese's mother put that out in the public, because if anything happened to her, you know that.
Oh, it's out there.
Yeah, I'm glad she did that, because you shouldn't be. That just show you that this is deeper than basketball.
Yeah.
You don't get people. Like, these people are so unhinged that they want to kill somebody because their daughter is better. Did I just say that?
Yeah. Hey, and see, watch what you gonna get coming back towards you because you use that word better.
I mean, if we're just looking at the game, just the game, I'm not saying she's an overall better player. I'm saying she's having a better season.
And I mean, we can all agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But I can't dispute that. I can't dispute that. I mean, you can make a case for both of them.
Sure.
But it's not like we shouldn't pay attention to what you just said, because you made sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody can come up on this panel and give Thomas a reason why you think Caitlin Clark's game is better than Angel Reese from the naked eye test and what they have been displaying out there, the link is in the chat.
Yeah, tell them pull up.
The link is in the chat.
You know, they in the chat. They in the chat room. Pull up.
That's right, Pam. That's what I'm saying, Pam. They only here to cause confusion, Pam. You got to understand that they only here to cause confusion. And when we have panel guests that come up and we talk basketball for the people that are trying to get more knowledge to the game and try to understand, this is what these Caitlin Clark fans do.
Did you see that? It's a clip. I think it's Adam Lefko. Did you see that?
On which one?
Adam Lefko. He was on. He was talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark to Dan. I forget dude's last name, but he one of those analysts and things like that.
I know who he is, but I what clip are you referring to?
So basically, Adam Lefko was talking about how Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark made him a lot of money, and how how basically Angel Reese in the sky and Angel Reese is basically, it's a neck and neck race for Rookie of the Year, and Caitlin Clark is not above hands, and he's a white dude, and he was saying, like, he was telling him, dude, basically, like, you don't watch the games, basically.
Yeah.
He was letting them know, like, if you watch the games, he called the Chicago Sky the bad girls of the WNBA. I like that. He said they come in. He said, did you see what they did against Seattle? Like, in both games, even in the loss, like, they gave Seattle fits. Like, and if we want to be 100% real, like the New York Liberty is the best team in the East and maybe the best team in the WNBA right now, at least. We'll see what happens in the playoffs.
All right, man. I got somebody pulling up, man. Hold that thought,
cool.
man. I got BD Smith pulling up, man. Let me go ahead and bring you to the stage, man. Go ahead and turn your camera back on, man. All right, BD, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right, man. Go ahead, man. What you got?
Now, I just want to make sure that I heard the question right. The question was, who can explain why Caitlin Clark's game is better than Angel Reese's game? Was that the question?
Yeah, that was the question. Like, right now, from the naked eye test, take the stats out of it, from the naked eye test. What you got?
Okay, here's what I got. Caitlin Clark game is a lot like Trey Young game. She has vision, she has range, and the women aren't used to that. So
But is she
it looks
but
like,
is she displaying that right now?
I mean, she's displayed it for maybe a little over half the season. Definitely not them first 10 games. Definitely not the first 10 games. But Caitlin Clark has progressed over time. Angel Reese came out the gates flying.
Okay, stop right there.
Right.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna let you continue, but I want to stop you right there. That goes back to the expectations coming into the WNBA, right? Caitlin Clark had a lot of expectations because the way she performed in college, right? The way they said her.
Absolutely.
Okay, now Angel Reese didn't have them expectations. They didn't say her game was going to translate. But ever since out the gate, Angel Reese has been the most consistent out of the two. Can we say yes or no on that?
Yeah. Yeah. Angel Reese has been a little bit more consistent, but it's a lot of factors that go. How I put this, it's what you prefer more, kind of like Angel Reese. I look at Angel Reese and it looks like Joe King Noah to me. Like
But
her
we can't
game
say
reminds
what
me
we.
of Joe
But hold
King
up,
Noah.
that wasn't the question.
You
Mr.
asked
Smith.
the eye test though.
But the
Ain't
eye
that what
test.
you were saying?
Yeah, the eye test was, can you dispute that Angel Reese is not better than Caitlin Clark right now from what you're seeing?
Can I dispute if Angel Reese is not better than Angel
If
Clark?
Angel
Yeah,
Reese
she's
is
not
better. No, if Angel
No,
Reese is
she's
better.
not. No, Angel Reese is not better than Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark can make her team. She has the ability to control a game without having to score the ball. Angel Reese can't do that.
But has she done that? That's what we're saying. But has she is capable of doing that, but has she done that?
I haven't, even in the game that she beat the Fever in, right? Where she took over the game in the fourth quarter. Let's call ace ace, right? From that,
That was
the
Kelsey
end of the
Mitchell.
third. No. I'm talking about the game the Sky won against the Fever. Angel Reese took over that game from the end of the third quarter and all of the fourth quarter.
She
That
went on
shit
that
was
12-0
all
run.
Angel.
Yeah.
That shit was all Angel Reese. My point being, she had to score the basketball. Whereas Caitlin Clark the other night, I forgot who they were playing. Not the Mystics, but the game before that.
Indiana.
They
Was playing New York.
She took over. She was picking them apart like she was fucking Joker out there. Like she took over that game without having to score the rock. That's a rare ability. And when you have that ability, when you could take over a game without having to score, that makes your game better, in my opinion.
Okay, I understand it says it makes your game better. That's all the capabilities that Caitlin Clark has. But has she displayed that through the course of a season? That's what we're trying to ask. We know if you're looking at the game for, X's and O's and what Caitlin Clark brings to the table, she's a better ball player than Angel Reese. But what we seeing right now, the inconsistencies in Caitlin Clark and what she has failed to display on the basketball court, that's why Thomas has given Angel Reese the nod, and that's why a lot of people have gave Angel Reese the nod because of the way things are going right now. We know what Caitlin Clark is capable of doing, but is she doing that? No, she's not doing that, because if she was doing that, they would have more than 9 victories. You see what I'm saying?
Well, they got 10 now.
Well, they got after
10
yesterday's game.
victories.
Yeah, after yesterday's game. But what I'm saying is the inconsistencies that we've seen in Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese has been consistent ever since she stepped on the WNBA court.
No, she's been consistently rebounding since she stepped on the NBA court.
She's been consistently
WNBA
scoring
court.
as well.
And also,
Not really. She ain't
wasn't
been
known as a
consistently scoring.
But she wasn't
She
known as
hasn't
a
been consistently scoring.
No,
Not
it
like
has to
that.
be
Now,
15
has she been averaging the double digit scoring? Yeah, but she had the game of her life the other night in Seattle.
Is she known
went
as a scorer?
27 and 10. No, she's never been known as a scorer.
And
She's always been known for rebounding and for her motor, her in-game motor that never stopped.
Now, Mr. Smith, let me ask you this question. Coming over from college, right? And then I'll let you get in here. Edward. But coming over from college, Angel Reese was known as a rebounder. That has translated to the WNBA, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. What was Caitlin Clark known for coming from coming from college?
To score, shooting the basketball.
But has she done that consistently? She's only averaging 17 a game, right? Angel Reese is averaging 14, 3 less than her. So you tell me that Angel Reese has not been consistent. She has picked up her scoring along with her rebounding.
I'll say this. I think that has a lot to do with the coaching. Teresa Weatherspoon is a decent coach. Christy Sides is horrible.
See,
from the basketball sense, she's
everything
because she's horrible. The lady is really hard. She's horrible.
Caitlin Clark.
She's horrible. No, I know that. I was quick to say that. Listen, if we want to get into Caitlin Clark deficiencies, one, she's loose with the basketball. She don't play. She's a horrible one-on-one defender. She's okay help defender, but one-on-one, she can't stay in front of nobody.
I respect that.
She can't. She's Luka Doncic. You understand what I'm saying when it comes to that?
All right, BD. Let me get Edward's opinion. Everybody, we're gonna talk one at a time.
Let me put myself on mute.
Yeah, let me get Edward. Then we'll come back to you. Then we got J Rock that has jumped up on the panel. So go ahead, Edward. What's your take?
All right, can you hear me? All right.
Yeah, we got you loud and clear.
All right. My take on all this is like when I sent you that message about the last two games about Angel Reese is kind of disrespecting the game, trying to get hers over the last 25, 30 seconds to try to extend a double streak, which is fine, but anybody that's played a game of basketball knows that breaks down the integrity of the game. And this last game, after I just got done watching it, her team didn't even want no part of trying to really help her and kind of set her on her own. But as far as when it comes to Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, I think they're both doing awesome things, and I think they're both going to be the future of the league over at least the next 15 years. And but when people try to compare the two of them, I think you're comparing apples and oranges.
But that's what happens, though. That's what happens, Edward. Every time somebody brings up Angel Reese's name, somebody got to come in there and bring up Caitlin Clark. They can never differentiate them two without bringing the other up. You can't give Angel Reese her praise without these Caitlin Clark fans thinking that they're hating on Caitlin Clark. And that's the issue we have.
I agree.
That's the issue. That's the issue we have. So when we're talking basketball, just the X's and the O's of the game and what you see from a basketball perspective, when we giving Angel Reese her flowers, why can't we just be giving Angel Reese her flowers without thinking we're hating on Caitlin Clark? That's my issue. Because I have nothing against Caitlin Clark. She is great for the game. I like Caitlin Clark. But when somebody points out the glaring obvious about Caitlin Clark, about the turnovers, she don't play defense or anything like that, what's the first thing you see in the chat? Why y'all hating on Caitlin Clark? Then they start dissing Angel Reese, and that's the issue that I have.
Right, I agree. I do know that as far as like defense, when the defense comes, what gets understated is like I'm not sure what she's got. I think it's like 22 or 23 blocks or whatever. So Caitlin does play pretty decent defense. She's pretty up there on the steals, and I'm not one of these players about the race baiting as far as the black and the white. I've since I was 6 years old, this is my favorite game in the entire world.
And we respect that. I respect your opinion. Right. I respect everything that you say. And that's where we need to keep it. We need to keep it basketball. Right. All this racial stuff, we need to leave that out of it.
Right. But as far as the last two games, I think the streak should probably ended 2 games ago.
But see, that's your own personal opinion. Let me put you on hold for just 1 second, Edward. I got Chef Mike that coming here. I'm gonna give everybody a chance, and I'll come back to you. So just put your mic on mute, and let me get Chef Mike in here. What you got, Chef Mike?
Hey, man. First of all, I want to say, man, great show.
Appreciate you.
Listen, fellas. I've been watching the college game for a long time, and I love the way it's transcended. I also watch the WNBA. I go back with Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, when we had that first, when Thomas had that run.
The Houston Comets.
We didn't have the
Right, that part.
we didn't have the platform we got now. If we had the platform we have now, back then, with social media, with just the way we have the internet now available, back then, it would be a whole nother game right now.
Yeah.
We might be looking at Caitlin Clark like she, but this is the thing that kills me. And this what really kills me about this whole thing. I hate to play the good girl, bad girl. Let's be honest. Like I said, somebody said something I was watching the games in the bar. And when this was happening with Caitlin Clark, when it happened with Angel Reese the year before, when she waved the hand, but it was okay when Caitlin did it with Louisville. And then when she did it with Raven Johnson. And, not to go back there, but just to let everybody know, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here now. Because
exactly.
Let's be honest, even though Caitlin Clark was racking up stats, just like Kelsey Plum was when she was in college, it wasn't talked about. I never seen ESPN or Skip Bayless or anybody walk around with Caitlin Clark jerseys on.
Facts.
Worldwide.
Facts.
And the sad part is, man, that girl has so much game. It's like everybody have their own game to bring to the game. You understand?
Yes.
Angel Reese had a what you call the hustle game. You go to the park, you play basketball, and that guy up under the rim, that he can't shoot. Not great, but he's a great rebounder and scorer. What hustle is? Hustle is one under the basket. Everybody knows that. And that's the game that Angel has. Now, you Dennis Rodman used to score points. A lot of people ain't know Dennis was a 20-point scorer in college.
Oh yeah,
and rebounder.
Yeah.
You understand me? But he played unselfish basketball. So when he rebounded, how you think Michael Jordan got those second chance shots? That's what Angel Reese brings to the game. Caitlin Clark has a wonderful game.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can tell everybody right now, what I see the problem is in Indiana, is that they should have worked that together. You got you got Boston, Mitchell. Like I said, Mitchell is the best scorer on the team. It's not Caitlin right now. It's Mitchell. It can be Caitlin, but Caitlin to me freezes up at moments.
Yeah. Mitchell is the closer.
And she takes over.
Yeah, Mitchell is the closer. Mitchell
nobody's
won the game
Mitchell.
against Phoenix. Yeah. All right, Chef Mike. Let me place you on hold for just a second. Let me get J-Rock in here. Go ahead, J-Rock.
All right.
What's happening, K-Sap? How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself, buddy?
Man, I'm good. Shout out to everybody on the panel. And I want to go ahead and just bring this up right quick. But
okay.
If you think about, keep in mind with Caitlin Clark currently has two other All-Stars on the squad with her. One of whom happens to be a former Rookie of the Year, who was Aaliyah Boston, who won that last year. So, and right now you got Angel, who doesn't have any All-Stars on the roster, although you can make a legitimate argument for Kennedy, for Kennedy, who's really looked like she's turning the corner with her performance as of late. I'm looking at the dynamic, and I agree with one of the other panelists. You talk comparing Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese as far as apples to oranges. The thing about it is their games are different, but impactful in different ways. Caitlin Clark, her game is she's almost kind of like the quarterback of the team. She actually has to see the floor and get her teammates in the right positions to succeed. But Angel hits the boards, and one of the panelists I remember, or one of the WNBA analysts brought this up, saying like a lot about rebounding is will, desire, and want to.
Exactly.
Obviously, Angel checks all three of those boxes. Her getting those rebounds, offensive rebounds, that's getting extra possessions for the team that they need for second and third chance points. Like I said, the great Pat Riley once said, "No rebounds, no rings."
We've been saying that all the time on every show, man.
And she is definitely proven that. And And with Caitlin, I think what's going to happen with Caitlin next season, I think Caitlin Clark is going to be about a 18 points, 6 assists, 4 rebound type of player next year. She's going to be up there right there. And I think Angel going to be about a 15, 8, and about 3 on an average. That's what I'm looking for between them two. I think they're going to be those two type of dynamic players going into next season.
And see, what I say to that, Jay, is what I say about Caitlin Clark. Right now, Caitlin Clark got a lot of inconsistencies in her game, right? You really don't know what Caitlin Clark is going to show up, right? Because I've been telling people early, and a lot of people in all the sports media have been saying this. Caitlin Clark is a front runner. She performs early, but when it comes late, she goes hides. Because there's some games in the second half, she's only took 2 or 3 shots. But everybody wants to blame Christy Sides because of the way she's coaching. But what I said, coming into next year, from the way Caitlin Clark is starting to, get her feet wet now, I'm thinking next year, man, she's going to be around about 23. She's going to be around about 23, 25 points a game, man. I think easily.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, the one thing that she's known for that hasn't translated over to the WNBA is her three-point shooting. I mean, she's dismal from the three-point line right now. And that's what's hurting her, and that's what's hurting her field goal percentage. But I think she'll figure it out. She got to bring them turnovers down. But I think she'll be about 23 to 25 next year.
Yeah, I got her hovering around 18 with 6 assists, about 4 rebounds.
We're gonna revisit this next year. We'll revisit it.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
All right, J Rock, good one. Let me get Mr. BD Smith back in here. I know he got some things to say. Come on, BD.
Well, I kind of agree with everything y'all said. Look, Angel Reese, the Joakim Noah thing that I compare her to, I compare her to Joakim Noah because I watch basketball and their games are really similar. Neither one of them have a real offensive skill set. It was all rebounds and defense with them. When Angel Reese developed a mid-range shot or just even a post game, watch out. She's going to be Asia Wilson. She's going to be Asia Wilson.
BD Smith, stop right there. I made this comparison probably on about 4 shows ago. 4 shows ago, I said when Angel Reese hit her first 2 3-pointers, I said if Angel Reese can develop a mid-range game in that 3-point shot, she is going to be compared to Asia Wilson because her scoring is going to go up. Her rebounds are going to be there. Now, not only is she pounding you in the paint, you got to respect her from the mid-range game all the way out to the 3-point line. Because if you watch that game between the Aces and the Chicago Sky, Asia Wilson did whatever she wanted against Angel Reese and Carmela Cardoso. She took them on the outside hitting threes. She drove past them to the paint. She was hitting a mid-range game, and she worked them over down on the glass.
That part. And see, the whole Caitlin Clark for MVP thing, I wish people would stop saying that. Like, first be a 500 team to put her in the conversation. Can you please be a 500 team first before we start talking that? And 2, Asia Wilson, she doing things that men do. 35, 19.
Last night's game, but nobody want to talk about last night's game.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. How you? I'm a Caitlin Clark fan. I am, but see, like your other panelists said, I've been watching women's basketball. I go back to Liz Truss and fucking Cheryl Miller when there was no WNBA, when it was the ABL, and when it was just the NCAA, and when Long Beach State was a thing. You understand what I'm saying? That's how far I go back with this shit. Cynthia Cooper is the best basketball player I've ever seen. Women's basketball player I've ever seen.
Shamika Holtzclaw.
Shamika Holtzclaw was good too. She wasn't Cynthia Cooper though. Cynthia Cooper was that deal, son. Like she was really that deal.
Shamika Holtzclaw.
I liked Holtzclaw, but I don't think she's better than Cooper, bro.
All right, BD. Let me get Thomas back in here. See what Thomas got to say. Go ahead, Thomas.
So, I can't really disagree with people's opinions, but what I do want to say is this: people are not realizing that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark just got out of college a couple months ago. They
Yeah.
haven't really had no time to take no breaks off. So they've been on a consistent run. They not looking at the off season, which is going to almost be a year to next summer. So all Angel Reese truly need is 3 post moves, consistent just 3 moves. Like LaMarcus Aldridge said, he only had 3 moves, and she need 3 moves, a mid range game, and she need a consistent 3. Maybe
Exactly.
I would say maybe 1 to 2 threes a game, if that. If that's all she need, and now she changed the whole dynamic of her team. Like my man Jay, like he just said, Caitlin Clark got all stars around her. It's really a problem with them gelling.
Yeah.
Angel Reese, their team, if we want to be 100% realistic, if it wasn't for Angel Reese, the sky would be 12th. I'm just going to be real. And if we want to be 100% realistic, while Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese games are apples and oranges, if we're just looking at the season as it stands today and not their skill set, Angel Reese has put forth a better season.
And that's what I'm talking about, Thomas. And this is what I want to tell everybody that's in the chat and everybody that's watching. See, when we have panelists like this and give their honest opinion, I like what B.D. Smith said. He told y'all flat out that he is a Caitlin Clark fan, but he's giving Angel Reese her praises. And see, that's all we're asking about. The same thing Thomas just said about Caitlin Clark. We giving Caitlin Clark her praises. We're not hating on Caitlin Clark. Everybody on this panel probably likes one over the other. But the simple fact is what we're doing, we're talking about basketball, and we're not hating on nobody. We're not shitting on nobody. We're not undermining what they bring to the game. We're giving you our honest opinion. Now, if y'all can't respect that and y'all still coming in the chat glazing, then y'all have an issue. Y'all not here to talk about basketball. Y'all just here to be seen. That's all. Just like Edward said. Edward is a Caitlin Clark fan, but he gave Angel Reese her props. We respect that. The same thing that J-Rock said. J-Rock, he made the most valid point. But see, people won't listen to that. They'll look at that as we're hating on Caitlin Clark. No, we're not. We're giving Caitlin Clark her flowers. And that's what y'all got to understand. All right, we're going to let Edward get back in here. Go ahead, Edward. What you got to say?
I appreciate you saying that. I'm a long-time Memphis Grizzly fan. Used to be a season ticket holder for one Zach Randolph. So
there you go, Zebo.
Zebo. And the reason he was my favorite player is because he packed the old lunchbox and go to work. And like I was telling you earlier, as long as I think we're going to look back in about 5 years from now and say, oh my, this class has changed a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And but as far as like all the mainstream media, as far as trying to compare Angel versus, apples and oranges, like I was saying,
Exactly.
And because unless you got a true center versus a true center, or a true guard versus a true guard, I just don't want, what did bother me a little bit today was, and I think the Liberty kind of said we're gonna shut this down, was she's trying to extend a streak, well after the game was over, and it's everybody that plays the game knows that after 24 seconds, if you can't win, it's over.
Well, I will say this, Edward. I have to disagree with what you just said about what New York said, because Angel Reese had 8 points, 14 rebounds, and it was 5 minutes and 26 seconds left.
16 rebounds.
Yep. No, I'm talking about at the time of this comment that I received in my comment section. Angel Reese had 8 points, 14 rebounds at the time, right? It was 5 minutes to go. They was down 8. She had 5 fouls. Somebody came in the comment section, said, now watch the stat pattern begin, because Angel Reese was on the bench with foul trouble. Weatherspoons brought her back in. They were talking about watch the stat pattern. How is that stat pattern when you got 5 minutes left in the game and you down 8 and you only need 2 points to continue the streak? How is that stat padding? How is it? And somebody answer that.
It's
Yup.
not stat.
I don't know.
It's not stat pattern.
That's
But
that's
let
5 minutes
but-
is a long time in the game of basketball.
yeah, absolutely that. Yeah, that's not stat pattern at all. But let's not act like the athletes don't stat pad though. Even the pros in the NBA stat pad.
That goes on
That's
through all
not-
sports. That goes on through
yeah,
the
that's all
NFL.
sports, right?
That's all
That's
sports.
not uncommon.
God dang,
So
stat
when
pattern.
people complain about injury streak, oh they were fouling her on purpose. Yeah, of course they were fouling her so she could keep her streak going. It makes good news. They were doing the same thing for Russell Westbrook in 2016 when he won
Was it
MVP.
triple double? When he got the triple
With
double
triple
streak.
doubles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
you
he
damn
averaged-
right. They
yeah,
were
when he
doing the
averaged
exact
triple
same
double.
shit for him. And
Exactly.
wasn't nobody complaining. Ain't nobody had nothing to say about that. So don't say nothing about injury shit.
And that's the
That's
issue.
my opinion.
And that's
You
the
know what
issue.
I mean? Like,
That's the issue I have, BD.
Has it
Because
been
it's
that long
pertaining to
since he
Angel
averaged
Reese.
that? Has it been
It's-
that long since he averaged
And we
that?
can't forget Angel Reese's mom have death threats. We can't
Exactly.
overlook that. We can't gloss over that.
And that's what they're doing. They're glossing over that. Hey, we got Woody Mack to the stage, man. What's your thoughts, Woody?
Well, when you brought up, all right, 5 minutes left, 8-point game, right? Marina Mayberry, a lot of people complain about her shot selection, but this game she actually was the hot hand.
Oh yeah.
Kennedy Carter didn't help out too much. Why I can see some people. This is just my own personal, inner thoughts and opinion on it. Why some people may look at it like potential stat padding. Your best offensive option when you need points and bunches is not Angel Reese at that point.
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
A lot of people have said it. She needs to work on her game, get a bag, right? Yeah, she's taking some jumpers.
Now let me ask you a question,
I
Woody.
would want the ball in her hand, and I need a bucket. I don't really want the ball in her hand.
Let me ask you. Okay, let me ask you a question, Woody. Mabry had it going today, right?
Yeah.
But who was their best offensive threat on the inside?
Shit, you want to ask me?
Cardoso didn't have it going.
The way today went. Can I use box score? Can I use box score?
If you're using box scores, nobody was there. Nobody was it.
Right, that part. Nobody.
Like 3 for 13.
Exactly. I'm saying if you're using box scores, nobody was it.
But when the times that they did want to go on the inside, there was one play that I liked that it was so beautiful, but they kind of forced it. It was a low post screen play for Camila Cardoso, right?
Yeah.
Dana Evans had the ball in her hand and she tried to feed the post. But what was so mind-boggling about it, I guess they was like, yo, we need to get the ball inside. The girl, JJ, blew up the screen, got around it, was in front of the woman, and they still forced the pass down there. Now, look, it was a great play, but once you saw that the defender was able to get in possession to stop it, they still forced it. But at times, Camila Cardoso was able to get a little something off because, again, she's 6'7".
Yeah.
So I would prefer 6'7" taking a shot around the rim.
And the reason why I understand that you said that, Woody,
locked up.
but I understand you saying that. But right now, like I told people, I don't think Camila Cardoso is fully healthy, because if she was fully healthy, she wouldn't be playing the way she's playing offensively, because she can't keep letting these little midgets block her shot.
Oh, so you thinking she ain't getting no lift?
No, I don't think that arm is being fully extended from that shoulder injury. I don't think she's getting the ball all the way up the way she needs to get it up. Because if you look at previous games, Angel Reese has been their best down low offensive threat. But today, like you said, box scores, nobody had it going. Mabry was the only one that had it going.
Tell you that.
Kennedy Carter did not have it going. And I understand what you're saying, like down 5 minutes left, but you still got to get an inside touch somewhere. Because if you're coming down and Mabry is the hot one, what they going to do to Mabry? They just going to run a double and triple team at Mabry, get the ball out of her hands. They're not just going to let her cook.
Absolutely.
So the ball's going to have to go on the inside. The ball has to go inside somewhere. So how is that stat padding?
I again, like I said, why I would even try to use some type of logic in it for somebody who's just looking at the game, not on some hating shit on Angel. If I need a bucket out of all my offensive options on that team, I'm giving it to Kenny Carter on me.
Oh yeah, from the out.
Likely, me, I'm giving it to Kennedy because Kennedy has a two-way go. She's so fast off the dribble, she can get to the basket, right?
She didn't have it. She didn't have it going today.
I'm still going. I'm gonna give her a shot. I'm gonna give her a chance.
You're going to give her a chance, but like I told people, when Mabry is on, Kennedy Carter's not on. Mabry, this is the first time Mabry has showed up in the last 5 games. This was Mabry's best game in the last 5.
True.
Yeah.
Like
Shit.
the
All
first.
right, hold up. Can I ask a quick question too?
Go ahead.
Your opinion, because I'm a New Yorker Liberty fan, right?
Okay.
Your opinion on the production that you got from Sabrina Ionesco today. What did you think about Sabrina's game today?
Sabrina was cooking.
She was balling.
She was 9 for 21 though.
Exactly. But hold up.
Looking at the box score.
But looking at the box, she was 9 of
21.
21, but she was 9 of 21. But you got to look at the fact that Sabrina Eskinu, she had 28 points though.
Yeah, she got some on the line. She did hit a couple of big shots in there, right?
She was 4-12 from the 3-point
it was
line.
A solid game. The bench came in. The players they had coming off the bench, Fevich and Burke and all of them, giving 11 points here, 13 points there, so on and so forth. Bench did their numbers. JJ was basically their leading assist. They playmaker.
Well, Jacquel Jones, right? She had 14 points. She had 9 rebounds, 7 assists. But what I like about Jacquel Jones, when she was on the floor, she was a plus 25.
Yeah.
She was a plus 25. She was the playmaker. She was setting the table up, but you got to look at it. Sabrina Eskinu, she was the one hitting all the big shots.
When it counted.
Exactly.
So the reason I did bring that up, and I asked on your personal opinion on what you think how Sabrina did today,
I love
right?
Sabrina.
You would get Sabrina. A game like that from Mabry, but then if they take the L, we're gonna look at damn damn near shot him out the game. But who else you gonna get a ball to?
But I'm gonna tell you,
if you get a good game from Kennedy and Mabry, all right, y'all probably gonna win. If you getting a good game from Angel and Camilla, but Mabry and Dana and even Kennedy is doing bad, y'all probably not scoring. Y'all better be doing hella work on defense.
But that's what I'm saying.
They're a grit and grind team.
That's not true.
They're a grit.
But hold up. I'm gonna let you get in here for 1 second. You know why I was so impressed with the way Sabrina played today?
Why is that?
Because of the fact that she didn't have Breonna Stewart. You see what I'm saying? So she took the offense upon herself. Her and Jacquel Jones. That was the only two. Okay. The bench, Dokic came off the bench and had 12. But outside of the bench, they had 18 points off the bench, right? But you got to look at it. Without Breonna Stewart, Sabrina took a lot more shots than she would like to take. But I don't think she was forcing the action. I think Jacquel Jones was finding her. And she was hitting big shots when it counted. And when you look at Chicago,
big 3 contested in the end.
Exactly. And you look at Chicago, outside of Mabry, they all struggled. Kennedy Carter was 3 of 10 from the field, man. These last couple games, Kennedy Carter been putting up 15 to 21 shots.
Yeah.
And then you look at Angel Reese, like I said, she missed a couple bunnies around the basket, which I tell people about Angel Reese, that can be expected because nobody thought that her offense would translate. Even though she plays in the low post, her field goal percentage, she's only shooting 38% from the field. And she's getting all low post touches.
That's the problem I'm having right there because it's not a guaranteed bucket when you give it to her down low. If you putting somebody and it wasn't her main matchup, but they had Burke on her most of the night.
Yeah.
But if she got to go against somebody either in the switch situation or just in transition, and you got JJ on her, she not getting that bucket. Somebody there's not many JJs in the league, but she got. And then looking at the way that the stand is set up right now, if the playoffs were to go in, they would have to face the Liberty. I think that's another reason the Liberty tried to set.
That's not a favorable matchup for them. I told people the favorable matchup, if anything is going to happen in the postseason, I think their favorable matchup is against Connecticut Suns, man. That's their favorable matchup
because they both play similar.
Exactly.
They don't grit and grind.
Exactly.
But then the next problem that you have then is they actually got a team. They got DeWanna Bonner will show up. They can show up and go off, right?
Oh, she showed up the other night with the 7 3-pointers, man. DeWanna Bonner shot lights out, man, and they still lost.
Yeah,
the Sun was a scary team, though.
Still can show up for you.
They scary, the Sun.
Jones can show up for you. They do got people out there that get and shit. Dejanay Carrington doing her her Kennedy Carter impersonation every now and then. You know what I mean?
Man, Dejanay Carrington, man, her and Alyssa Smith, man, they need to stay off social media, man. Them two together, they need to stay off social media, man. They need to just play ball, man. Them two together, they need to stay off social media.
That's another problem with the league too, is the interpersonal relationships. You know, you got players sleeping with players, coaches sleeping with players. Can you imagine an NBA that was like that? With the players sleeping with the players and the coaches sleeping with the. Could you imagine what that would be like? You understand what I'm saying? So when I picture that in my head, I'm like, the women gonna have to do better. They're gonna have to straighten up, because that ain't gonna be acceptable. You can't market that.
Exactly.
You got
and like
players
I said,
sleeping with players, and then they on Twitter talking about it.
Exactly.
You understand? Like,
it's
y'all doing too much.
And the one thing I told y'all, the one thing I agree with what Jason Whitlock said about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, they made it great for women to be women in the WNBA.
Yeah.
That's a fact. If you
notice, Shane Kaiser don't got a job, but yeah.
Boy.
If you look at
hey, Jaylen Brown's her job right now. She got to cater to Jaylen Brown. That's her job. But that one right there, boy, easy on the eyes, baby.
Model. She was a model.
Very
like,
easy.
if you look like back in the day, they used to dress in sweats and look all manly and boyish, and now they come in looking like models before they play.
Exactly.
Well, I'll put it like this right now, that especially for those of us who starting to pay attention more to that pregame, they had women already that was kind of, you know, decent to look at, but that pregame outfit check that they've been highlighting a lot more on ESPN. Because like I said, a lot of us, we go watch the game. I go turn the game on. I might see a player coming in, one or two. You know what I mean? They show the stars. I ain't thinking about what they wearing, but then here comes somebody like Isabel Harrison, or you know what I mean, or a little Dana Evans. Be like, wait, hold up, she kind of cute there, and she ball. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I was surprised about, you know, Kysra. You know what I'm saying? You know, she the one that jammed Porter up. You know what I'm saying? Porter got jammed up about that, and but she came out later and said all that stuff didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad she kind of cleared that up, but you know, for the simple fact that the way she dresses, man, like, and you say, man, she's a baller too, you'd be like, wow, yeah.
Which is a rare combination. She actually looked good and she balled good. Like, that's
so what y'all think of what y'all think about Tia Cooper? Why don't y'all think Tia Cooper is back in the league?
Maybe Tia Cooper wasn't with the agenda. Maybe
I don't think she find a fit. I don't think she it's a place where you gonna put her.
You know what?
She'd be a good backup for somebody.
You know what?
True. I mean, I take on the sky. Tia Cooper is she's beautiful.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, like, you know, the ugly ducklings in the league and stuff like that. Like, now the league is about to become more reality. Yeah. Like, men are attracted to beautiful women.
Exactly.
These women are now starting to play into their femininity. And if we want to be real, like, even the studs are dressing up now. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that?
You see a stud with a bust down wig? That's crazy, right? Like Melissa Smith.
They're not lying though. They're not lying about that. The studs are dressing up.
I didn't see.
They really are.
Video.
That's funny.
What's the name?
Chef Mike, you can get in here, Chef Mike. Your mic's unmuted. Come on.
What's the point guard? What's the point guard name? Chelsea
Gray.
Okay.
No, Chelsea Gray. Oh man, you seen that black leather outfit Chelsea Gray wore with the vest?
Come on now,
man.
Chelsea Gray with some makeup on. I said, "What's going on here?"
Man. Boy, y'all wow.
I'll tell you what caught me off guard though.
Hey, what's the dude that used to date Plum?
The who?
What's the dude that was dating Plum?
Darren Waller.
Oh, that's who it was?
Yeah, tight
end. Darren Waller, tight end for the Giants.
Yeah.
He retired now, though. He don't play no more. He retired.
Got a divorce, too. But Kelsey Plum, I like Kelsey Plum, too, man. Yeah. But, you know, she got game. Kelsey Plum, she's a flat-out dog. But like I told people, man, old girl out there in Seattle, man. Man, Drew Lloyd, she's a flat-out bucket, man.
Oh, no. Now, even Drew Lloyd,
beast, bro. That beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what caught me off
this is
guard.
what I try. Look,
I'll tell you what caught me
hey,
off
this what
guard.
I'm gonna tell y'all now, right? This what I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all see that? That's what I'm talking about. Lloyd, she's a dog, a
Flat
real
out
true
dog.
dog in the paint all over. She went and got all around game together. They talked about her. They didn't want to give her credit. She wouldn't have earned that.
Well, hold on. You saying people
They
wasn't recognizing or acknowledging her game? Is that what you said?
Lloyd, they were talking smack about her. They were talking smack about Lloyd. Some of she had them fell off.
Oh,
You know,
no,
Yeah,
Jewel B.
they said
She
that
went
last year.
back-
They
I
said
heard that narrative.
she didn't fell off. And another thing about Skylar Diggins Smith,
Yeah.
they wasn't trying to let Skylar Diggins back in the league, boy. She had to put in that work, man. She was
Yeah.
working with that girl Pago that used to play for the I think it was Phoenix or the Houston.
Yeah.
No, what's the girl name? She
Diana.
Bridget Pettis.
man.
Bridget Pettis.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know
she
you're
worked
talking
with.
about-
Yeah, she the one that had to vouch for her. They wasn't trying to
Yeah.
let Skylar Diggins back in the league, man.
You think it's on some it could be on some stereotypical thinking of some maybe women of what women go through either through pregnancy and how they shake back, or that one, or the second thing that I may be thinking is some women, especially who don't have kids that play ball, like you're no longer committed to basketball if you got kids.
That's a
'Cause
great question.
Two instances that we have of two players who are really good, and they say this Kate Lou that had a baby too.
Yeah,
But two for certain that actually something happened that is questionable with Derek and Hamby had a baby and they wanted to get her up out of there. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
Skylar Diggins, and they wanted to get up out of there after she had a baby. I'm wondering if it's like the women who don't have kids looking at them with their kids like you're not really serious about balling them.
that's a good question,
Well-
and I will add to that. That's why a lot of people in the chat say that these women play hard the way they playing because you don't know if you're going to be on a roster or not. Because if you look at all these players they selected, and we'll go back to the girl that played in the national championship with LSU. What's the little guard? Number 45. She plays with the Globetrotters now. She gets picked, and then in training camp she gets waived.
That's
Alexis
Van
Morris.
Lith,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Alexis Morris.
Yeah, Alexis Morris. Now she's with the
Morris.
Harlem Globetrotters. So I think that's
Nah,
why
Van
these
Lith-
women.
Van Lith transferred. Van Lith for that LSU.
We couldn't hear what you said.
No, I
Chef.
was
Mark,
saying
your
Van
mic
Lith.
cut
She
it out.
transferred though. He was talking about Van Lith.
Now, not Van Lith. We talking
Oh
about
shit! I said he was saying
Alexi
about
Morris.
Van Lith.
Yeah.
No, I said he was talking about Van Lith. I told him that she just transferred from LSU, but not. She's still in college.
Yeah, well, we talking about Alexi
Oh, okay.
Morris that got picked up and then she was released and now she's forced to play with the Harlem Globetrotters. And it looks like a lot of these guards are finding their way out to WNBA. You go with the likes of Celeste Taylor that got cut from the Indiana Fever. You go with Kyra that got released from Chicago Skies. So it looks like there's been a lot of guards in the WNBA that can't find a home.
Deja Fair.
Well, they scared of their game changing. That's the problem. See, like the NBA play from the outside in now. Like the NBA is pretty much more 3-pointers than you have mid-range post. It's really threes and dunks.
Yeah.
That's what the NBA is now. And the women play from the inside out. So they don't want to change their pattern on how they play. It's a big girl league. They want the ball down low. All of the real star players are post players. Ain't no really guards
But no,
like that.
they're trying to go. They're trying to go that now. They're trying to go that guard play now.
Yeah, I
they
think
trying
they're
to
being
do-
resistant to the change because the change that's coming, the guards that's in college now, the Jujus and the Pages, they play fast. They play in transition. They not trying to, throw the ball to the post and all that shit.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? The chick in UCLA, they don't play like that. They play more like Caitlin Clark through the fast transition, throwing the ball around. It's changing the women's game.
I don't think the WNBA.
I think they're not susceptible to that.
ISO ball.
Gentlemen,
Look at what the guards
Gentlemen,
are doing.
real
It's
quick,
more like
right?
ISO ball. That's what I
Hey,
think.
gentlemen,
Look
real
at what
quick,
the guards
right?
are doing is more
What you
ISO
got, Chef
ball.
Mike?
Yeah, listen, real quick, while we on this guard conversation, because it's something that's really bothering me. That I hear everybody talk about Juju. We love Juju. We love Paige. I don't hear nobody say Flaw J, Raven Johnson. We got other guards that's out there like Rakia Jackson. You know, now she balling with the time that she getting. But you know, it's like they don't want to let the rookies come in. They got to fight for playing time to show their talent. These older chicks that's in the game, like you said, there's only so many roster spots, and that's what everybody has to realize. Unless they get some more franchises, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to take jobs.
Exactly.
You know, people gonna be
they
trying
got
to
two more
sabotage
coming, though.
They got two more.
They got two more
Two
coming.
more franchises, and we've talked
Yeah,
about
one in
Rakia
Golden
Jackson.
State and somewhere else.
Yeah, we talked about Rakia Jackson. Hold on,
what I'm
Chef.
saying is,
We talked about Rakia Jackson for the LA Sparks. We talked about, I don't know if you watched the game against the Las Vegas Aces when she single-handedly won that game against Las Vegas in overtime. We talked about Rakia Jackson. They don't talk about that rookie. You know, it's more than just Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. You got Rakia Jackson. You got Alyssa Edwards. Now, if Cameron Brink, she went down on that ACL surgery, but if Cameron Brink didn't go down, she was one of my fan favorites.
They was giving Cam Brink love, and I mean, just
never gonna be that center 2-point shooter.
You had to pay attention to her kid too, but they was on Cam, but I think again that was more so of the she cute, tall, model looking, and she ball. So she was getting that type of Skylar Diggins. You know how Skylar Diggins was getting marketing outside of just basketball.
Came in from Notre Dame, she was getting all that. Yeah.
Cam was getting love from like Jimmy Butler and Paul George and them. So they saw something there with that, like, dudes love her too. Yeah, I think they was trying to push her.
That's something.
Her game was worthy also being talked about. I think she's maybe y'all might not agree with me. I think she's a better defender than Amy.
Oh yeah, you know the thing about Angel Reese, man, when you come to defense, right? I really don't say Angel Reese is a great defender.
Great perimeter defender, in my opinion.
Yeah, on the perimeter because she's long.
It's like she lacked she don't have the ups for some reason. Like she can't get up.
She's long and active out on the perimeter, but down as far as low post defense, she'll get a couple block shots here and there. But as far as you know, being a defender, on ball defender down in the paint, she lacks that. We can agree with that. But we're gonna go on final call, man. We want to get your final. Yeah, we want to get your final thoughts, man. We're gonna start with BD Smith. Let me get your final thoughts, and I'll come to everybody on their final thoughts. So go ahead, BD, unmute your mic.
Thanks for the discussion, man. It's been very enlightening. I just got a couple of things. One, I do find it amazing that, I like the whole new fan thing, watching the women's game, but it's like a lot of them sound like they experts on the women's game and don't really watch the women's game, so it kind of throws me off. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've been watching it for so long. You understand what I'm saying? So my perspective just be different from hearing new people just into Caitlin Clark or into Angel Reese. You understand what I'm saying? They're not watching the ball for what it is.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I be watching the ball for what it is because I just like ball. You know what I mean? Like my other man said on the panel. I'm just a ball fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I respect
that's pretty much my final call. That this was a very enlightening, intelligent discussion about basketball, and I appreciate that. Without the race baiting, without all of the nonsense. You understand what I'm saying? And if we could keep it like that, this should be so much better for everybody.
Exactly, man. I appreciate that, BD, man. And every time we go live, man, pull up, man. You can come on the panel anytime, man. Pull up.
I appreciate that.
All right, man. Good call. All right, J-Rock, what you got?
Well, what I got to say is this. If you're true basketball fans, enjoy what we're seeing right now with this rookie class. With Angel doing her thing, Caitlin doing her thing, Rakia balling out, and if Cameron Brink hadn't gotten hurt, this rookie race might have a whole new different dynamic. So they've laid the foundation for what's to come. And what's coming behind them? Paige Beckers, Juju Watkins, Claude J. Johnson, Raven Johnson, all of them coming behind this class. So the WNBA is about
in good hands.
Real interesting in the next couple of years. And y'all kind of mentioned it earlier. It's kind of also like to add the dynamic to it, there's almost like a pretty girl revolution going on in the WNBA. If you really take a good look at it, because now it's like Isabel Harrison threw a curve on me. I was like, she had them down boots on. I'm like, really? That's how we doing?
Hey, you know what used to, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you know what used to trip me up, man? Back when I was watching Maya Moore at Connecticut, right? I see the way that Maya Moore used to hoop, come out there with the baggy shorts and stuff. I said, I would love to see what Maya Moore looked like when she was dressed up. And when she got dressed up, man, she killed. Man, she killed. I'm like, man, is this what we doing? Is this what we doing? So, like I said, it all goes back to what Jason Whitlock said about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark making it all right for women to be women in the WNBA, man.
Yep, I totally ride with you on that point. Like I said, this rookie class is just the beginning, laying the foundation for what's coming behind them. What's coming behind them is looking real promising. I'll say that.
Man, and I appreciate that, J Rock, and I appreciate every time you come up on the panel. I appreciate your authenticity. I appreciate all your knowledge, man. I appreciate all your opinions, where you keep it fair, where you're giving praise to Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark when we have these discussions, and that's all we can ask, man. Appreciate the call, J Rock.
No, I appreciate you, K-Sap. Thank you, and shout out to all the brothers in the panel doing y'all thing. Appreciate y'all as well.
All right, appreciate you. Good call. All right, Chef Mike, what you got?
Man,
go ahead, Chef Mike.
I'm just waiting for Monday to see if they're going to I'm waiting for Monday so ESPN, if they're going to play like what we was talking about earlier, how they like to, when whatever happened to Caitlin, I want to see if they're going to put how Caitlin was the bully, like when you were saying, I was listening to the podcast with you earlier, and this is the thing that really tripped me out. I got to unmute. I thought you muted me.
Nah, you okay, you unmuted it now. Nah, I had you open.
Damn, I don't even know how to unmute it.
Nah, you good. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, last week, I'm going to end it like this. Last week, I was listening to when Skip came on and Rachel Nichols was on the show and Keyshawn, but I be looking for Angel Reese topics. And the one thing, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark topics, but the one thing I was trying to see was on Speak, because Speak, they hear from that conversation when Angel Reese started balling.
Yeah.
Joy Taylor is the only one on that show that really supports Angel Reese.
I like Joy
Taylor. She supports Caitlin Clark, but I don't know why Shady and all our brothers that's out there is talking about our girls in a bad way. Like the podcast they got now that I heard it earlier today. It was this white guy that comes on. He got a podcast, and he was talking about they calling our girls out their name, and I hate that. These ghetto girls and a lot of black sports guys saying that now. I don't know if they're trying to get YouTube views, but they going down on our girls. Not because of their game. Oh, they dykes, or they this, or they, just giving the bad, and I don't understand why we as black folks, not to bring it racially, but because I love Caitlin and I love anybody that can play the game. You love the game, you love who can play the game, So like Sinesco today, look, man, that girl is off the chain.
Oh, exactly.
My whole thing is, and I want to listen to you when you say this because I trust your opinion. What do Chicago have to do? To me, I think they need a real guard, a point guard that can distribute the ball.
They got that guard, man.
And Witherspoon need to really work hard on feeding the inside to the outside game. It's like I don't understand. Why they just? I know maybe she's on sometime, but a lot of times she shoot the ball when nobody under the basket. She's off a lot of times.
That's the problem.
Go ahead.
That's the problem. I mean, that's the problem with their guard play. Only outside of Kennedy Carter, who has been consistent. Mabry is the first good game that she had today, and like I said, in 5 games. Diamond DeShields, I don't know what. Yeah, and Dana Evans, man, like, you know, they not getting minutes, man. They getting 8 and 7 minutes a game, man. But outside of Clark, like I said,
yeah.
Go ahead. What was you saying?
If you had something to say to Teaspoon, what would you tell Teaspoon to give her some insight? Like, I don't know.
The insight to me,
we on the outside.
I would establish the inside first. Is, you know, I know a lot of people say Angel Reese, you know, is bad under the basket and stuff like that, but you have to establish the post first. If you establish the post first, the outside is going to open up. Then them shots, they're going to open up for you. Now, is the way Kennedy Carter can shoot the ball, the way Mabry can shoot the ball, that's going to open it up for you. And then also, you got to be better defensively. Defensively, you got to be better. Like I said, in the game of basketball, if you have elite guard play, then that will work for you. But if your guards are not clicking, then, you know, your offense is going to sputter. So, and that's what I see with Chicago, man. But the games that Angel Reese has been dominant down there in the post at scoring and rebounding, that's the games that Chicago be pulling out.
So, to me, as well as what you're saying, do you see the problem I see as far as there's no movement? Like, everybody's standing, it takes too long to get into a set.
It's stagnant.
No
it's
movement.
stagnant. You're right.
It's like,
you're right.
I don't understand that. And that's on Spoon right there. That's on Spoon.
Yeah.
She got to take her falls too, her L's too. That's really on Spoon, man. So, look, I enjoyed the show today. And like I said, I enjoyed your show earlier. Well, like I said about Caitlin, but I'm going to see what ESPN, they're going to show the bully girl, you know, with the shoving down. Because I was watching that game and she kept shoving that girl down. No calls. Yeah. No calls. She shoved that girl.
Yeah.
Van Liv got shoved like 7 times.
Yeah.
When Caitlin was scoring the first 2 threes she got, I mean, it was ridiculous what that girl was going through. But nobody's going to talk about that on social media. And then she did the, come on, man.
Marketing.
Now, when your girl did that, what's your girl name? Who go with, because they're trying to say it's a controversy.
Carrington, DJ Carrington.
What's the girl name?
DJ Carrington. Dijon Carrington.
From Indiana. Who dating?
Dijon Carrington.
Huh?
Yeah, Dijon Carrington from Connecticut. She did
Carrington shut it down.
Yeah.
Carrington shut it down.
All right, man. Chef Mike, man.
Okay,
good
so
call,
now they're trying
man.
to say that Melissa Smith is throwing the game.
Yeah, because of her. But it's all good, man. Great call, man. I got to get to these other guys on the panel. But, man, great call, man. I appreciate your insight. All right, Thomas. Go ahead, Thomas. What you got?
I want to, my last thoughts is I'm glad the WNBA is growing. I can't wait to see the expansion teams. I can't wait until they have 13 people on the roster instead of 12. So less people will be getting cut. I hate the fact that Angel Reese mother is getting death threats. That's crazy. And we are now seeing how sick these Caitlin Clark fans are, because it's no other way to say it. And the thing is, if we're talking basketball, keep it basketball. But when you're going to the point where you're so obsessed with Angel Reese and her losing and her failing, because that's all it is. It's all an obsession of them wanting to see her lose just for the sake of losing. But I will say this: Chicago. The problem is that they need a shooter. They need a consistent shooter. They had it in Kaiser. I don't know why they never played her. But it's really like, it's not the bigs are not the problem. I mean, we got to give credit to the defense. Like, nobody is going to let these bigs score. They got to go out there and bang. And the thing is, what I'm seeing when Carmilla or Angel have bad games, it's on the defense, not them. Like, Aja Wilson was shutting them both down. Like Jonquel Jones was an MVP for a reason. So we got to give credit to the defense. It's not just them and they just terrible, because we already seen what Angel Reese can do when she get going. And we already seen what Carmilla can do when she get going. We haven't even
Exactly.
seen the best of Carmilla. It's really they don't have a shooter because Mabry, she can't play. If Mabry is doing well, everybody else is failing. If everybody else
Thank
is
you.
doing good,
Thank you.
Mabry is failing. She doesn't know how to play within the
Thank you.
offense. And
Thank you.
that's really the problem. The problem is Mabry because Mabry, if everybody else is doing good, she shuts down.
Exactly. You got a point there, and that's what I've been saying, man. Mabry and Carter cannot play two
Consistently.
games where they can play consistently. If Mabry is on like she was today, Carter failed. These last
Yep.
couple games that Carter been balling out, where was
Mabry.
Mabry?
She was disappeared, didn't even know it. She was on the bench.
Yeah, man.
And like I said, like you said, Lindsey Allen, solid point guard. She not trying to take. I think Lindsey Allen is a good playmaker. She's not the greatest point guard, but she does her job effectively.
Yeah.
She directs the game. I think the problem is we don't have a Chicago Sky don't have a consistent shooter, somebody who you have to. We don't have. They don't have a Sabrina.
Exactly. They don't have a lights down, knock down
They have-
3-point
no,
shooter
no,
that'll
no.
open it up. That's what they
No.
missing, man.
And once they get somebody to open up, they really gonna be dangerous because now you're gonna have to pick your poison.
There you
And
go.
when it comes to the game, and I'm gonna end it here. When it comes to the game and people complaining, it's no longer a Reese versus Caitlin Clark thing. It's a racist thing.
Yeah.
We got to be real about that because we're not gonna overlook people threatening the life of Angel Reese's mother. Like
Exactly.
that's it.
Man,
But I-
good call, Thomas, man.
I
Good call,
appreciate
man. Great insight, man. I appreciate you pulling up on the panel. Like I
Mark,
said,
you-
anytime I go live, man, you're more than welcome to come back on the panel.
You heard me?
What's that?
I said, mind me up.
I got you.
All
I
right.
got you. I got you. Yeah, I'll do that right now. Drop a chat in the chat so I can go ahead and do that right now.
Cool. I'll do that. I'm finna log off and I'll log in right now.
Yeah, and then just drop a message in the chat so I can go ahead and mod you up.
You got it. I appreciate it. I love your take, and I'm always gonna support.
All right, appreciate you, Thomas. Good call. All right, Woody. Final thoughts, man. You got the stage.
All right. Well, I said in another area what one of the strengths of Angel's game, besides her rebounding, is her defense. You know, just like we expected the shooting from Caitlin Clark. Well, since they're the two topics of conversation in a moment, but we come to find out, some of us come to find out that she's also an excellent passer, right? So what a lot of the conversation around Angel's defense has been that she's a great defender. She's good at stopping a lot of those hybrid fours, right? Those hybrid wings, the Breonna Stewarts and this, that, and the third. So I said all that to say in another spot, I said, I think it would be beneficial for her and for any team that she's with to get her to transition to playing more small forward, playing at 3, because she's great at locking up people on the perimeter. Because for ergo today's game, Sabrina was 9 for 21. A lot of the game, Angel was out there on the perimeter guarding her, and she was doing a great job. Sabrina was still getting off here and there, but she was doing a great job shuffling her feet, moving on the perimeter. As soon as Angel, I think, would be great to help her game out some more, do likewise, attack off the dribble, right? Just like, they want to put her in that Candace Parker type of vein. If she can, the way she lays the ball up, a lot of people say she played point guard as a kid. It's probably evident in the way that she lays the ball up, right? So if you're going to be, scooping, coming a little bit from low with it, you know what I mean? And you're quick, maybe attack off the dribble, help work with her, get her handles right. You know what I mean? Attack from that 3-point line or off the triple threat, attack that basket off the jump. You know what I mean? 1 or 2 feet leap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it'll be hard for a lot of women to contend with that. Because one of her size and the way and her quickness, she'd be probably hell off the dribble too.
And Woody, I'm gonna commend you for what you just said, because you took it back to what a lot of people don't know or a lot of people don't understand. The way Angel Reese is built and where she came from, she did play point guard, right? And you mentioned, if people knew basketball, you mentioned the way she scoops that ball to the basket. She scoops the ball to the basket as if a guard would scoop the ball to the basket.
Exactly.
That was a great point.
That in the way she lay it up. A lot of people were like, yo, why she laid the ball up like that? And then when I hear she used to play guard, I'm like, yeah, she probably had a nice little growth spurt in her early teens.
Yep.
And she still has the same tendency to lay the ball up the same
way she does. Yep.
did as when she was playing more guard.
Because if you notice, like if she gets a touch and she turns around, she don't never like go off the 2 feet. It's like a spin and go off that one and like scoop it up to the basket.
Yeah.
She needs to work, like I said about Angel Reese. Angel Reese is not, really my, ideal type of player, but Angel Reese has humbled me. And the reason why I say she's humbled me, because I keep on alleviating into it, because coming out of college, I knew she was a dog on the offensive end, on the rebounds and on the glass on the defensive end. But I looked at her offensive game. I said, her game is sloppy, but for some reason it's effective of what she's out there doing. But the way she's humbled me is because nobody thought that her game would translate. Me, myself, I said, man, she going to get ate up in the WNBA. But she came in and proved me wrong.
Right.
So she has humbled me, and I'm becoming a fan of hers. But what she needs to develop, like we always say, a better low post game, a mid-range game, and don't be scared. Don't be scared not to shoot the 3 ball when you're wide open. Because I've seen video footage of you working with these, coaches, and you've been knocking down all your shots, but you just don't take them in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Teaspoon I think, has been encouraging her to take it more, especially that game that she hit 2. I think she's been encouraging her to take it more. She just still ain't consistent with it yet.
Yeah.
But just like I'll use Asia Wilson as the example, because that girl is flawless all over the place.
Man, she didn't added everything to her game.
The rim.
Yeah.
You see how she extends? She extends that ball over her head when she's coming off the dribble. You're not blocking that. When she's in the paint, she's going up above her head with it. You're not blocking that. So if Angel she want to look at Angel Wilson as inspiration. Look at how Angel went the different ways that she attacks that basket. If she's down low, she going up high. She coming off the dribble. That ball is out in front of her. You not getting to it.
Yep. And that's what I feel about Carmel Cardoso, man. I just don't think she's fully healthy. I don't think she's getting the proper extension on her layups, because I think that shoulder is still bothering her. I don't think she's getting that full elevation to the basket, because she's 6'7". Like, there's no way that some of the games I've seen that some of these little midgets blocking her shots, it shouldn't happen, man. And if you ask me, if Angel Reese had the skill set Carmel Cardoso had around the rim, Angel Reese be unstoppable.
It'd be the second coming. Fill in the blank name. It'd be
Asia Wilson.
It'd be the second coming.
Yep, man. But Woody Mack, man, great call, man. Appreciate all the knowledge. Appreciate you coming up here talking basketball and keeping the main thing, man. Great call, man.
I'm gonna hold you. My pops used to always say that. I love that saying, keeping the main thing the main thing.
There you go, man.
Used to say that.
Man, you kept the main thing, man. And it's good that we can get away from all the hate and the racist stuff, man, and just get talking basketball, man.
Right. Salute.
So I appreciate that call, Woody Mack. Salute, man. All right, man. That was a good call, man. We had some great panelists on there, man. Salute to all the people that came up on the panel. Edward, B.D. Smith, Chef Mike, Thomas, Woody Mack. Man, we had a great time, man. I appreciate all your basketball insight, man. And, Pam, we got you covered, man. If you want to, learn more about basketball, that's why I always hit the link for the panel to come up here to talk basketball. So, guys, when I drop the link, man, and if you got something that you need to say and you want to talk basketball, hit the link. We'll see what kind of knowledge you got, man. Everybody that came up on the panel was respectful. Y'all didn't see no hate toward anybody. You didn't see the hate toward Caitlin Clark. You didn't see the hate toward Angel Reese. We critiqued their game. We said what we thought that they needed to work on, both of them. We told you what Caitlin Clark needed to work on. We gave our perspective on what Angel Reese needed to work on, talking basketball. So that's all it is, man. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I appreciate everybody's support. But this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.